Find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works. The specialists at Aspire Allergy and Sinus make it easy by identifying the problem and creating a custom plan to tackle it. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
Deep in the back of your mind, you've always had the feeling that there's something strange about reality. There is. Stuff to Blow Your Mind, an iHeart podcast that dives deep into the mysteries of the universe. With more than 2,500 episodes ready to listen, Stuff to Blow Your Mind will guide you through the strange, the bizarre, and the mind-blowing. Listen to Stuff to Blow Your Mind on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff to Blow Your Mind to start listening.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. It's October, Halloween's here. It's all about the fun and scary, but for some people, your health can be scary, and that, my friends, is why you want to make sure to schedule your free heart scan at Life Imaging FLA. You know, in the United States, a heart attack occurs about every 40 seconds. That is horrifying. That's the true scary. The ghosts and goblins inside your body are the bad ones. Make sure you take advantage of this free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA and make sure you have none of that happening inside your body. There is no question that early detection saves lives, and when you consider that in 30 to 40% of heart attacks, the very first symptom that there's a problem is sudden death. So do what I did, my wife did, my in-laws did, and plenty of Central Floridians did. Get that free heart scan from Life Imaging FLA. There's just a few minimum requirements. It's a $699 value. And all you have to do is pick up your phone and dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's right. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Guys, make that call today. Make this the year you take care of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay.
Let's go! Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture Card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you follow your favorite athletes, wherever they're playing. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day and use those miles to visit arenas across the country. Plus, earn unlimited 5 times miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Your next epic sports trip is closer than you think. The Venture Card from Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
During Cybersecurity Awareness Month, LifeLock wants to give you helpful tips to protect your identity. Using multi-factor authentication can be a line of defense to help protect your personal information, but LifeLock offers comprehensive protection against identity theft. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes issues that arise, guaranteed or your money back. Protect your identity today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name, Clay, as the promo code. Terms apply.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, dollar, DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from Trump's wild fainting rally to the Menendez brothers have a huge announcement coming, and a man survives 2 months lost at sea. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Yo.
C-Lane is out. Hello, Josh.
What's up?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday.
Share that show.
This is
Share
when
that
you
show.
spread the word about this show. You tell somebody about the News Junkie radio show. Send a link to their SMS, text message, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Just hit like on the stream on YouTube if you'd like to do that. That's a way to share the show. Find a way to represent and spread the word on a Share the Show Tuesday. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, making it through. We got this big broadcast coming up for Halloween. We confirmed that a little bit earlier on today. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a good time. So don't forget, that's Halloween Day, right?
Correct. Yep, it's a Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, a Thursday, the day of Halloween. We will be doing a live broadcast, and we'll have details maybe tomorrow for you on what's going on with the spooky broadcast that's coming up soon.
So I got my costume.
Oh, did you? You already got it?
I did receive it. There is some work to be done, but I am teetering on surprise or not surprise.
Yeah.
Mostly because I also, as mentioned previously, I think last week, I do have an annual gyno appointment.
Same day.
And
Same
because
day.
of timing, there's a possibility I have to be dressed up for this gyno appointment. So I have to make it to the broadcast in time, and I don't know.
Hilarious day to work at a gynecologist's office. I mean, it is.
Just wait until you hear my costume.
I don't know. Keeping it a secret seems like it'll be more fun, so people can come see at the broadcast, and there's
I'm just very
bigger
nervous
draw.
because timing will be of the essence on that day.
Oh man. Well, here's the problem, and folks, we're just gonna be honest with you about this. We got in a little trouble last time. We did a live broadcast. And the suits are kind of suggesting it's like, hey, a little less drinking, perhaps. I know there was some talk of that, and we have to resist that. We have to fight that as best we can. Good news is one of our upper-level bosses, who maybe would have yelled at us if we would have gotten in trouble, has been replaced, and we don't even know the new person yet. Okay. So they can't even yell at us yet. You know what I mean?
And they'll, if the timing works out, they'll be like, oh, they do this all the time.
This is how it goes.
This is where that line is drawn. No problem.
It's a bit. It's all a big bit. That's what they're doing right now. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Oaks, Pennsylvania. Yeah. So good to be here at Oaks, Pennsylvania. And Trump was doing an event where he had multiple people who fainted during this event. They were just dropping like flies. I don't know why, but they looked to be indoors. You don't usually see people fainting as much indoors. It's usually the heat outside that gets you. He's
just that inspiring.
Maybe that's it, Josh. Maybe it's just they were all taken in by the moment, and a handful of people at this town hall, I guess you could call it, started to faint. And
is this the listening party?
Listening? Oh, you mean when they're calling it a listening party? So many people fainted that they halted the event, and then they just started playing music. So
for
Trump was just
30 minutes, man.
Trump was just on the stage. Well, what they were doing, it was funny, but what they were doing was, I guess they opened all the doors to try to cool the place down. Which I might be speaking out of turn here. In Pennsylvania, is it super uncommon for a place like this to have AC? Wouldn't you have air conditioning?
You'd think.
For an event like this, I would think that you would only book a venue where you had some AC, but they opened all the doors and they're trying to cool the place down because everybody's dropping like flies. Let's see what happened here.
And we can spend a little more time. Yes. And personally, I enjoy this. We lose weight. No, you lose weight. We could do this, lose 4 or 5 pounds. It's okay with me.
Kamala Harris is.
But some people have been waiting here for 2 days for this, so it's a little bit tough.
For 2 days.
It's a little bit tough, but they're going to try and get those doors open.
Yes.
And I don't know whose building this is, but if they had air conditioning, do you see any air conditioning?
Oh, is he talking to the people? He's talking to the people that own the building that happen to be on the ceiling from the heavens.
I like how he's looking around. I don't see the air conditioning.
If you could just kick on the AC, thank you.
He's just peering around the room as if it's a video game. You can interact with any element of it. And just like,
makes
click,
sense.
Turn on AC.
They probably can't afford it, sir, in this economy.
Oh, good one.
That's right. They don't want to give us air conditioning. It's too expensive. It
So
costs
they're
too much.
actively talking smack about that venue.
But they're both okay.
Yes.
They're both in good shape.
That's wonderful.
Would anybody else like to faint?
That's wonderful.
He says, would anybody else like to faint?
Who wants to faint?
Anybody
Let me
out
see
there?
your hands. Who
I'm
wants to
tired of
faint?
dancing on the stage here. If we could just get all the feints coordinated together so you could do them all at
Both
once.
okay.
Yes.
They're both in good shape.
That's wonderful.
Would anybody else like to faint?
The hype woman.
Anybody else out there? I don't know who that is. Maybe you guys do. I don't know
I'm
who
not
this
sure.
woman is on the stage. She doesn't look familiar to me. But there you go. A lot of people fainting at this event. A lot of clips that started to go viral. A lot of time burning while songs played, and Trump requested his favorite jam, man. He loves that YMCA. He is a big, big Village People fan.
Did you hear the other songs? Because
Ave
YMCA
Maria.
is a go-to to
Hallelujah.
get people dancing, and everyone, for the most part, knows the dance during the chorus. And then it was Ave Maria, Hallelujah. Then that one that the Step Brothers guy sang.
Oh, Ave Maria, I'll have you know, is a very, very good song. It's a banger.
Is. But I think
It's
the
a banger.
EDM remix of it would have fared better.
Oh, that would have been cool, but you'd have more people fainting.
Right.
The whole room would have dropped. Plus a couple heart attacks, I think, if you did that.
That was Christy Nome on stage with him.
Christy Nome, okay.
The dog killer lady.
Yeah, that lady was wild. Here he is with Ave Maria.
My all-time favorite, Chuck. And let's listen to Pavarotti sing Ave Maria.
Okay, this is one of my favorite things. Trump is now turned into...
Let me see your hands.
He's coming for our jobs now. He's now a radio DJ. He's like, folks, that was Britney Spears. Coming up next, he's segueing in and out of songs and stuff. I like it.
My all-time favorite, Chuck. And let's listen to Pavarotti sing Ave Maria. Can you hear that? They gave me the Ave Maria with no voice.
What?
There it is. That's my favorite piece of paper anywhere in the world. I sleep with it every night. I kiss it. I kiss
He's
it.
talking about the chart that was on the screen.
About?
This is the chart that was on the screen when he got shot in the ear.
And he kisses it and he sleeps with it.
He sleeps with it.
I would have
Like
expected.
rolled up, like you can hug
I
it.
don't know.
It's a cuddle thing, or uses it as a blanket.
I would have guessed like Constitution or Bible or something, and it's just a random grab.
Just a grab.
You could have made him turn inside out if you would have asked that follow-up question. So you're saying this is more important than the Bible, sir? And whole
Who's
system
ready to
shut
faint?
down.
Who's ready to faint?
And you see those numbers, by the way, for those that we talked about, the border, when you're talking about the border, look at the numbers. That was the lowest it ever was right there. That was the
Where's
last
Ave
day I
Maria?
was in office. And we're going to get it lower than that. But we're going to let people come in.
He's going to hit the
We're going to let
post.
people come in.
Oh,
So
if he does, that'd be
very,
so
very
great.
important. But there's
Coming up
one
next.
of my most favorite. If I didn't turn to the right, I wouldn't be here with you right now. So it's a sort of a cruel world.
What did he say? Sort of a cruel world?
And that's when, as someone who's done music radio for a short period of time, you start to play some bass.
Yeah, you gotta get some
Not
music
Ave
going
Maria.
on. Hold on. Did he just say it's sort of a cruel world?
Sort of a cruel world.
He
But I was very proud of that before the fact. Now, even if it had lousy numbers, I would love that piece of paper a lot. So put on Pavarotti singing Ave Maria.
Oh my God!
Listen loud. Turn it up louder. We want a little action here. Turn it up louder.
Right here on Trump Radio. That's so great. He's filling time out there, you know? You got to fill time when you're at an event and people start dropping off.
He did a good job.
His music selection is a bit eclectic, I'd say, though. I would have thought there would be more of like the masculine songs, and it's a lot of songs that aren't that masculine.
Ave Marty.
You'd have like some Toby Keith or who's the Morgan Wallen? You might have that one.
New Yorkers don't listen to country music.
True. I don't think he likes country. I don't think he's into some of these songs. But Ave Maria. I feel weird with Ave Maria on. Like when I go out and go swimming in the pool, last weekend I was in my pool swimming, or the weekend before me.
Get it ball.
I go out there and I put on this, like, it's country music and Post Malone. It's like this whole like playlist of these kind of songs that work when you're in the pool. Or I'll put on reggae and I'll just be chilling in the pool with that soundtrack on. If I put Ave Maria on and jumped into the pool, I would feel so weird.
You'd be expecting a slow motion mob hit.
Yes. It seems too cinematic. Ave Maria for anything. Like if I went and I went to meet Dylan somewhere and I said, Dylan, get in the passenger seat. And he gets in the passenger seat and I start the car and Ave Maria starts playing in the car. He's going to think it's a hit. He's going to think something bad is going to happen here. It's not like a party song. Like turn it up. We want to get some action going on.
It absolutely can be a party song so long as you pick the right version of it.
That's not it, though. It needs to have a little more drums or a little more bass or a guitar.
Drum and bass.
Just an instrument.
Where's the part? Where's the good part? Hold on.
Oh, you got to cue it up. You got to hit the post like he did on Trump Radio. And that's coming up next on Trump Radio. These just gonna take my job, man. Yeah.
Drop ecstasy.
My favorite piece of paper. I go to bed with it every night. Whatever he said. You know, you get it.
What a cruel world.
It's sort of a cruel world.
And then his hands.
The biggest understatement in the world. Like he's just shrugging his shoulder. What are you gonna do?
Anyone want to faint? Anyone else want to faint?
Get it out of the way. Oh, man. Watching more about what's happening at the box office as Terrifier 3 somehow, some way continues to bring in all the monies. If you count Sunday, I think they're up to $20 million for a movie where they just massacre people. And,
you know what this means?
Well, you're going to get more of this probably.
We have Terrifier 4 through 10 to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt.
I already saw an interview with him where he was talking about Terrifier 4 and he's got plans. He's got the story already written. And the biggest problem is he's trying to stay away from all of the trappings of Hollywood, which I think is probably impossible at some point. They won't let him do half the stuff that he wants to do. But I wondered, the first thing I was thinking of was October. We talked about this. We talked about this in September, for God's sake. Halloween is spread further than even the month of October. And you walk around your neighborhood and people have displays up. I got a neighbor at the end of my street, one of my new neighbors. They have,
hey, new neighbor.
They have 4 or 5 skeletons in their front yard. And every single day, it is a different elaborate display of the skeletons.
I swear. Are you walking through my neighborhood and now coming by to say hi?
No, I'm telling you, right across the street from me, they have like 5 skeletons. And yesterday they were roasting marshmallows, I think, making s'mores.
That's fun. So I have neighbors just like that. They have the one giant one and about 6 tinier skeletons. And they are currently in a club, like a rave pose.
Right. And then do they swap them up?
Yeah. Every week it's a new scene.
There's so much appetite for all things Halloween. And yet in the months of September and October, how many truly scary horror type films did we get? We got movies that they call horror movies, like Speak No Evil or whatever that one that was that just came out.
I just watched that.
It was interesting, and I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't call that necessarily a horror film. Certainly not like a slasher type film, obviously. Thriller. It's more of a thriller to me.
Suspense, yeah.
But I think the month of October, it's such a no-brainer. Every single movie outlet should be pumping out these movies, and they just weren't doing it. And there was a story I saw late yesterday about Lionsgate and how Lionsgate is doing at the moment. Their last 6 films have all been absolute busts. Oof. They dropped Borderlands in early August. That one flopped. That was a big money production, and it didn't do very well. They launched The Killer's Game with Dave Bautista, which didn't do very well. They launched Never Let Go with Halle Berry, which didn't do very well, even though I thought it was okay. They launched The Crow with Bill Skarsgård. That really flopped. They were behind launching Francis Ford Coppola's polarizing an audience, alienating Megalopolis.
They're very much in the red, are they not?
Yes, yeah. They launched White Bird, a sequel to the inspirational film Wonder, which I've never heard of.
No idea.
And that movie grossed $1.8 million. The original grossed $315 million. Obviously not doing very well. All of the movies that they've dropped have flopped. And if you want to fix the trajectory of the drop flops, you have to do stuff way ahead of time. It takes so long. From the time they start a movie to the time it ends up in the movie theaters, it's a long, long, long time. So when you start to see 6 failures in a row, you go, oh, boy.
Now they have to go to the list of movies that they're set to release next year. I imagine those are just about ready.
Oh, God.
And really think, are these going to continue in the flop zone?
They're doing that with one of them right now. I forgot which one it was that they said they're totally re-looking at doing reshoots and they're starting to bring more audiences into this to review these movies. Man, it is a whole thing to watch Hollywood flop this bad, completely losing touch with who their audience is. That's what I've seen here. I've seen so many instances where these movies come out and the audience is just not there. I've talked to you so many times on the show about demographics. You have to know who your audience is, who are you deciding to target, and is that big enough of an audience for you to monetize it in a way where all the stuff business-wise makes sense. If you could do that, brilliant. Tyler Perry was a genius at this, folks. He doesn't even get enough credit for this.
Hello.
He saw Hollywood was not producing films for Black communities about their lives and fully representing themselves in some certain way in the comedy world. And so he said, let me do it. And he did that, and the movies weren't necessarily mainstream successes, but they worked really, really well, and they made a whole bunch of money. These movies are for nobody.
A bunch of money having his own studio lot.
Yes, he wasn't trapped into that machinery. He built up his own stuff. Tyler Perry has a place in Georgia. If you've never seen it, look up Tyler Perry Studio Tour on YouTube, and you'll see a golf cart tour of this massive piece of land he has in Georgia.
Yeah, they're a White House.
There's a White House there. There's a local bar. There's like all the different set pieces you could imagine we need, like an office building, all the different things that you might think you need to shoot for some building. They have it there because he found an audience. He knew who he was targeting, and he did it right. But Folie à Deux clearly isn't targeting enough people. It's not hitting home runs with enough folks to really, truly be a hit there. So we'll see what you think. Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. A lot of people tired of just the nonstop sequels and all of that stuff, too. When we come back, there is a new scam that is currently out there trying to take advantage of you. And I have to tell you, when I heard about this, I said, I usually picture myself fairly scam-proof. Like the two of you, do you guys think overall you're pretty good at avoiding scams?
Yes.
I hope so.
It's mostly because there were lessons that I've learned back in the day.
Okay. And you're also computer savvy. You also pay attention to stuff like this, and you know what scams are out there. You know it's not really a Nigerian Prince Josh that's emailing you.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate to break that to you right now. But when I saw this one, I said, I think I would fall for that scam. I think this would have fooled me, and it made me kind of tighten up a little bit and think I have to pay more attention. And this isn't a skimmer at a gas station. This is a pretty clever scam, and I want to tell you about it now so that you don't get scammed and you don't get taken advantage of. So we'll get into that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This is Real Radio 104.1 on your phone with the iHeartRadio app and on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. We are an iHeartRadio station.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down at the Ramp Junction where Florida's Turnpike meets the Beach Line. There's a serious accident blocking multiple lanes on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 408. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between US 27 and after State Road 429. And just keep in mind, local services and police activity are going to be on the roadways, so move over and slow down. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Any size soft drinks for $1. Wendy's has any size a la carte $1 soft drinks. Coke, Sprite, Strawberry Fanta, whatever you want. Any size soft drink for $1? Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
During Cybersecurity Awareness Month, LifeLock wants to give you helpful tips to protect your identity. Using multi-factor authentication can be a line of defense to help protect your personal information. But LifeLock offers comprehensive protection against identity theft. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes issues that arise, guaranteed or your money back. Protect your identity today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name, Clay, as the promo code. Terms apply.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture Card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you follow your favorite athletes wherever they're playing. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day and use those miles to visit arenas across the country. Plus, earn unlimited 5 times miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Your next epic sports trip is closer than you think. The Venture Card from Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works. The specialists at Aspire Allergy and Sinus make it easy by identifying the problem and creating a custom plan to tackle it. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Deep in the back of your mind, you've always had the feeling that there's something strange about reality. There is. Stuff to Blow Your Mind, an iHeart podcast that dives deep into the mysteries of the universe. With more than 2,500 episodes ready to listen, Stuff to Blow Your Mind will guide you through the strange, the bizarre, and the mind-blowing. Listen to Stuff to Blow Your Mind on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff to Blow Your Mind to start listening.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X Card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes athletes you love, literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for a nice latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time. Now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yup.
And Nick wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins, they won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
It's the time of year when everyone is making plans to hit the road. If you're gearing up to get outside, Amazon Automotive is here to help. Whether you're hitting the beach, the trail, or somewhere in between, you'll find great deals on parts and accessories for your car, truck, motorcycle, or RV. Simply visit us online to customize your vehicle with a wide selection of floor mats, bike racks, camping equipment, power sports, accessories, and more. Get going today at Amazon.com/automotive. That's Amazon.com/automotive.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio, acoustic rock, and the greatest singer-songwriters of the 90s to now. All night, come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. And Coffee Shop Radio goes commercial-free every weekend.
That was when I ruled.
$1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, dollar. DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
In just a moment here, you can always join the show. It's perhaps the easiest way. You don't have to be nervous. Don't worry about anything. Just fire off an email to tips, T-I-P-S, @thenewsjunkie.com, and I'll read it just like this. Tips @thenewsjunkie.com. Brandy emails. And Brandy says, "Hi, junkies. I wanted to share something that was news to me that I saw on an Instagram ad. I hate to give praise to ads, but Instagram ads are good. They are good. Dangerously.
I've bought like 5 different things from those.
They target me so hard.
Sometimes I'll be like, I don't need this stupid thing. And then I'll think about it for a second. I'll see it again. I'll be like, I think I do need this thing. And then I'm like, it would be a crime if I didn't have this thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
and Amazon especially, their targeted ads are just like so on point with me that it's such a weird split because I feel like my privacy has been violated, but you are on point.
It's like having somebody come to your house, somebody knock on your door, Sabrina, and they go, hey, just wanted to tell you one thing. It is October 15th, and you last purchased dog food on September 15th, and it's time for you to purchase another bag for Carl. He's going to need to eat.
And while you're buying this dog food, though, you have wanted this LED phone-controlled kitchen device. You don't cook, but God, it'll look cool.
It'll be fun.
If you buy it right now, within the next 15 minutes, it's 20% off.
And you say, first of all, thank you, sir. And second of all, get off my lawn. Why are you at my house right now with this?
Also, how many days until it ships here?
valuable information. What are you doing right now? That's how it seems to work. So Andy says, I wanted to share something that was news to me until I saw it on an Instagram app, AMC Unseen. I logged into my AMC movie app, and it's a new way to watch sneak previews of movies at AMC theaters. There's one near me on Monday at 7 p.m., and tickets are only like $6 each.
And you get a popcorn with it, too.
Really? That's even better.
I've heard about this before.
It says, we got to choose our seats, so this is by purchase only, not first come, first served. The catch is you don't know what you're sitting down to see. All you know is the runtime and the rating. Thought it was cool. Thought I'd share. You should check for this in your area. AMC Screen Unseen. And so that's all sneak previews, too. That's kind of cool. I wasn't really into this mystery movie thing where they say, purchase a ticket, sit down, and then some movie will start playing.
Surprise, it's a piece of crap.
Yeah, I felt like I'd get all geared up and ready to go, and I got some popcorn, and I'm sitting there, and then they go, Feifel goes west. And
how dare you?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I see Feifel is...
Streets are made of cheese, man.
I don't want no cats in America. What's going on here? Feifel is not even relevant anymore. So I didn't want to yell at the screen and yell about Feifel. Most young people won't even know what I'm talking about. Feifel. Is it Feifel? I say Feifel always. That's how everybody is.
And that's why.
They did about 4 of those movies, I think. It started to go downhill after a while.
Feifel goes west, then east, then north, and south.
By south, I wasn't even rooting for him anymore. I wanted him to die. So I didn't want to see a mystery movie, and I didn't want to do it that way. But if it was a mystery new movie sneak peek, yeah, I think I like that idea. I appreciate that. The tip is a good one, Brandy, so thanks for sending that over.
There is something, though, and I've also heard through your Amazon Prime membership that you can go see new movies, not previews, like you don't know what the movie is, but actually just get one movie a month plus the popcorn. I think it's a separate thing. It's called Amazon something.
That's not bad. There's a lot of those things, opportunities for people to do this stuff. I'll tell you something. Makes me so mad. I've been mad about this. I've been mad about this for 2 weeks. I'm finally going to tell you. It's not a big deal. None of you will think it's as interesting, but I'm going to make you listen to it. All right? There's something, I believe it's called the Netflix Preview Club. And you could be an insider at Netflix, and they'll email you secret links to preview shows, series, documentaries, movies before anybody else gets to watch them, so that they can get a little feedback and so that they can have some ratings to start off with, so that the movie has some like preloaded ratings in there when they push it on Netflix. And the Netflix Preview Club, you can't ask to be on it. You can't. You have to be chosen, selected by the Netflix people to be a part of this tight-knit community of people who get early access to everything.
Is that an email that goes to spam? Like
I Googled and I looked and I said, I want to be part of this. I want to watch these things before they come out on Netflix. And then I searched for Netflix Preview Club. And in my email 2 years ago, I got an email that I ignored. And it said, you have been selected for Netflix Preview Club.
No.
And I said, yes. And I rubbed my hands together and I clicked the link and it said, I'm sorry, this is an expired link. And I missed my opportunity.
Sucker.
I wanted to be in on that, but was not. Okay, let's get over to this story about people getting scammed, because I want to see if I can protect some folks, including myself, from this, because this is kind of a genius idea. As I've said, you got all the emails, you got the fake websites, the fake banking sites, people trying to take your down payments for a new house, all of those things. And you have to watch at every angle. Be very skeptical in your life. Have your friends in your inner circle, in your group of people that you trust, and try to put some faith in. But for most other people, at least start with skepticism. Start with a healthy dose of skepticism. Have you ever parked at a parking garage?
Yes. Next question.
Thought so. This is going to put you at risk here then. Have you ever parked at a parking garage where there's no attendant, but there is a QR code? And when you park, you scan the QR code, and you have to make your payment so that you're locked into the parking spot.
Like the parking meters, but it goes through an app on your phone instead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've done that too. There's one that I've been to that works exactly that way. And I was kind of a boomer because it was my first time. I was looking around. Where do I pay to park?
Back in my day, used to be a teller. I'd flip him a quarter.
I scan the sign and, okay, all right, scan the sign and make my payment to park in the parking lot. and then it's all in this app and stuff. Well, scammers are putting their own QR codes over those QR codes so that people are walking into a parking garage, scanning what looks like a legit code and sending money to the scammers instead of the parking lot people. And it's pretty genius. It's a pretty slick move. And the way they have it set up, they're not able to track down who's doing this. So this is one to definitely be aware of. And more importantly, when I tell you about these kind of things, it's not necessarily like I'm thinking you're dumb and you're going to get scammed by these people. Tell your parents, tell your grandparents if you think that they're going to fall victim to this stuff. They're the people who are way more susceptible to this.
My grandma should not be driving.
Some grandmas
I might
should
have
be going to
fabricate the story a little bit, fluff it up. Like
she might be safe from this
as
one.
soon as you go through a garage, they're going to fire will happen.
I feel like a grandma would go, what's a QR code? I'm not parking in this parking garage.
Damn it, Grandma.
Grandma would just leave a $5 bill under the windshield wiper and say, this will take care of what's going on here. The scammers are taking advantage of people. And one woman in particular, when she put in her credit card, not only did they take some nominal fee for parking, they stole $1,000 from her. $1,000 was the transaction that they took from this woman. Pretty slick, but you gotta be careful. If you're in a dodgy place and you see the thing where you put your credit card in, and like gas station pump or something looks a little off, always grab that. Grab that stuff. Look out for scams. They're all around you. You don't have to be paranoid, but you just have to be smart about things, I think. Okay, we are going to talk about this latest update, which is insane, crazy to me. The Menendez brothers, I swear to God, I think there's a decent chance they're going to release the Menendez brothers.
No way.
My God.
I thought it was retrial. They're just going to let them go?
I think they're going to release the Menendez brothers.
Do they still have money?
No.
I don't know. I wouldn't imagine they would.
If they do, it's only from like book and TV deals, probably.
Yeah. And maybe if they got out, they'd be able to use their notoriety to get more money. They were well, at least one of them. Lyle was the aggressive one, right? Lyle was the one that. Lyle was very business minded, although he wasn't the greatest at it. So I'm sure they'd get out there on the Billy McFarland grind and start
Menendez Fest. Let's go.
Menendez Fest.
Menendez.
Menudo will play.
Menendez brothers, this story from Vanity Fair is crazy, and there's going to be a huge announcement tomorrow. Lots of drama and buildup going on here, so let's dive into that world and see what's happening. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast on this Tuesday. And for today, we're going to be expecting a blend of sunshine and clouds. Afternoon high temperatures will be climbing to right around the mid-80s, pretty close to normal, with a high of 87 degrees today in Orlando. Now, as we head into our Wednesday, a cold front arrives, helping to bring down temperatures, a high of only 75 degrees, with about a 20 to 30% chance of a few showers. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Guys, it is time you up your game in the bedroom. That extra confidence is going to come from Blue Chew, and you won't believe the deal that I'm going to tell you about in just a moment. This is a unique online service, so you don't have to walk into a doctor's office and start up a conversation, try to go through all of that to get the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. You do it all on BlueChew.com, right on the website. You get a performance enhancement for the bedroom. It's an online prescription service, and it goes right to your door in a discreet package. If you don't like swallowing pills, you don't have to worry about this. They're chewable. They're made in the USA. They prepare and ship direct. It's cheaper than a pharmacy, and the deal is unbeatable right now. Try it out. Give it a shot. See what happens. Try Blue Chew free when you use the promo code TNJ at checkout. You just pay $5 for shipping. It's BlueChew.com, and that promo code is TNJ for your first month free at BlueChew.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
As storm season heats up, your Better Business Bureau reminds you to make a list now of trusted professionals. If you need help after a hurricane, who will you trust? Protect your home and family by choosing licensed, reputable professionals. Turn to bbb.org to find a better business.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you. Yeah, they were all yellow.
Just search Coffee Shop Radio and listen now on your free iHeart app. Free never sounded so good.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Oh, I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Every child learns in their own way, and the ELC of Seminole is passionate about sparking meaningful connections. Their school readiness programs support income-eligible families by offering scholarships to programs that foster early learning and development. Get started today at sparkyoungminds.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
Emails the show. We'll get to your email in a bit, and we'll get to these dispatches that are piling up on a Share the Show Tuesday. A thank you for sharing the show.
Yeah.
Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Andrew says, I finally watched the first Terrifier. Oh, God. Godspeed.
I didn't finish watching it. My bad.
I don't wish for all people to watch this. Only a very particular sect of people.
I mean, I'll give credit where it's due. It is scary and
It's
gory.
definitely scary,
And
yeah.
low budget.
Yeah. The first one, for sure. When you see the second one, you go, holy cow. With $200,000, they did
well.
this. It's much more high quality. I remember you saying a woman gets killed from butt to head. I swear you said chainsaw.
You never go butt to head.
Andrew says it was a straight hacksaw by hand. I don't know what I said, but if you keep watching, Andrew, you'll find more. My slight OCD was annoyed by how he only cut up to the eyes and left it
Okay,
connected.
spoiler alert, dude. What
Still
the hell?
looking forward to the next two, Andrew says. Andrew was not concerned about anything other than one very strange thing.
Super rude, man.
Oh, man.
Finish the job.
Also, one of the rare moments of upside down boobs on a movie.
That's true.
You see that. You don't see that very much. There's
But
been
were
a
they
lot
actually
of
upside down? I
Yeah.
feel like that's how you could tell if they're natural.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I would like to talk to somebody
With boobs?
yeah, that'd be great. Somebody in the Terrifier franchise, but it had to be a particular person. And here's what I'd like to ask them. Do you know how if you do a movie, sometimes you might have to do a face cast and they might cast your face? If you're going to do one of those movies where they do the special effects to cut you up in various ways, you have to do a full body cast.
Yeah,
And
6 hours.
I wonder what that's like. And I'm assuming you're just completely nude getting into a vat or something to do this full cast.
No, it's like a paper mache style.
Oh, they paint it on you, kind of?
Essentially. Like it's these strips that they will just continue to paste on your body. Then it's got to dry. If it's like the face mold of it all, and I've seen a couple of videos on it, and folks that I know that work in the industry, it's like they put like straws in your nose.
Yeah.
Which that would make me so claustrophobic.
Yeah,
That's the real
I'm like, what if I have allergies
Yeah.
that day? Then I'm not breathing.
Yeah, that would
Hell
really
no.
freak me out. If the full body cast to make sure they can do all these kind of scenes must be a real experience.
Do you get to keep it? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Just bring it home with you. I think they do so much damage to all the ones that they make. You might not even want to take that back with you. Real quick, before we go to this huge update, and I really think they might end up releasing the Menendez brothers. Check this out from one of those Trump events. I thought this was great. The backdrop just says, Trump was right about everything. It just says, it's not
Just
specific.
everything.
Just like, hey, like the person doing the event goes, what can I put up there that I won't get in trouble for, that I might get some kudos for putting on the screen behind Trump? And it goes, American flag blowing in the wind, all caps, Trump was right about everything.
It's a blanket statement. It certainly covers a lot of things. Is there perhaps like a very tiny subline that we don't see?
No, I don't see one.
Just
It could be. Yeah, just was right about everything. And I would like this for our live event, if you wouldn't mind. When we're doing our Halloween broadcast, just Sean was right about everything. Big American flag blowing in the breeze. It couldn't be more true.
I think I'm going to go Sean knew nothing.
Sean was right about absolutely everything. Can we put it absolutely in front of it? That would please me more
With
so.
a question mark at the end? No problem.
I'll still take it, honestly. I'll take that as a W. I'll take the question mark. So here's the story that's rocking some minds and blowing some worlds right now. And it is from Vanity Fair about the Menendez brothers. Some of you have seen this series on Netflix. Josh, did you watch this or no?
I watched the series and the documentary that came out after.
How was that? I haven't seen that yet.
It's fine. They recorded phone calls with him for like 20 hours and put it into a 2-hour movie.
All right.
And what, showed the same picture over and over again?
Yeah,
Can't
a little
stand
bit.
when they do that. I'm like, yes, I know that they were young at one point. This is the 12th time I've seen that same picture.
They showed some old photos of him, too. Lyle was still jacked.
That's why I think this is going to be kind of strange for people, because if they do release the Menendez brothers, even though they killed their parents, if they release them, then people are going to go, who are these guys? what's happening here?
Wait, Lyle was bald the whole time?
I want the guys from the television show. Release those guys. That's who we want to see out here. Vanity Fair, here it is. Sources tell VF the Menendez brothers may be headed for freedom. And you could think that's an overshoot, but I read this. I really don't think it is. They say the campaign to free Eric and Lyle Menendez is gaining momentum. The source close to the case says that a large number of Eric and Lyle Menendez's extended family will be in Los Angeles for a press conference at the Criminal Justice Courthouse this Wednesday. The brothers' aunt, Joan Vandermolen, told Vanity Fair they were invited by L.A. County District Attorney George Gascon. It's unclear if Gascon will attend the press conference himself, but it's the family's hope that he will recommend that the brothers be resentenced after 34 years in custody.
Damn.
So a full resentencing.
That's wild.
If they do a resentencing, they can literally say time served, and they can walk them right out the front door.
And because of this show, which was a dramatic interpretation, I believe that it has been said by the creator. Was it even a disclaimer beforehand that things have been made to, or fabricated, and dramatized so that it becomes a good show? Like, well, I'm so confused.
I watched the whole thing. I don't even think. Did you watch the series or no?
Yes, I did.
You did. Did you think it made them look like they should be freed immediately? I didn't think it did that.
No,
Not really.
No, I thought it made it.
I mean, I think they kind of got. There's some moments as far as what you're supposed to have as an American citizen and your day in court. There were some sketchy moments, but that was also back in a different time of technology and forensic science.
The documentary kind of it seems like it's trying to absolve them a little bit by saying their retrial was not fair in the first place. So I think that might be where it's coming from.
All right. Well, there was a push for this. You had celebrities stepping up. People are like, enough's enough. Kim Kardashian's coming out. And it all comes down to if you believe their story of abuse, or if you believe it's the abuse excuse, as was used in the courtroom against them. Those are the two real parties here. There's no question they killed their parents in cold blood and with the worst ways possible. But the question is, do you not care? Do you not care because you believe the tales of abuse? And I'll just say, from my perspective, trying to dive deep down into this, it would be impossible to know what happened.
Right.
It would be impossible.
They're the only ones who can attest to it.
Yeah. And therein lies the problem. You know, they're liars, absolute liars, but are they telling the truth about this? It's just all very complex. So the family's hope is that they'll recommend the brothers be resentenced after 34 years in custody. If the DA were to recommend a revised sentence, a judge would then preside over a hearing. Gascon did not respond to Vanity Fair's request for a comment, but a source with knowledge of the situation believes the DA will make an announcement about resentencing in the next few weeks. So the guess is that they're throwing this press conference tomorrow. They're going to say they spoke with the DA. The DA is going to announce that he wants a resentencing. And if the judge is all ears on this one, Eric and Lyle Menendez would be possibly released.
And
potentially
then what are they going to do? Is it a VH1 reality show? Surreal Life?
Oh, it would
Is it going to be definitely an interview, but with whom?
It would be an explosion in coverage of this story.
What if
they're
like really hard now because of the 3 decades in prison?
They could be.
Neck tattoo.
Are they in that Agua? If they're in that Agua gang, the one that I heard about, if they're in Tren de Agua, I don't know if I'm getting it right.
Agua.
Yeah, it was the one that took over that building. Everybody was going nuts about.
Venezuela.
No, here, but Venezuelan gang, I think. I'm not a member of it. And if you're listening, Tren de Agua, I'm not saying I'm for or against you just yet, okay? I don't know what kind of dangerous, murky waters I'm getting into. Eric and Lyle have spent decades in jail without the possibility of parole. They were convicted in 1996 of murdering their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez, with shotguns in the den of their Beverly Hills home. You know about the trials and stuff, I'm sure, by this point. Here's the interesting piece. Gascon appears to have, this is the district attorney who could get this all done. Gascon appears to have solid grounds to recommend the Menendez brothers be resentenced, should he be inclined. Under Penal Code 1172.1, the district attorney can consider whether somebody who is convicted suffered pre-conviction psychological trauma or physical abuse, if they were given a harsh sentence compared to other cases, and whether or not they could be considered a threat to society. The point of resentencing is to help us undo the crazy things that happened in the 90s, they said. And that's very realistic. Like, that is not crazy pie in the sky stuff. It'll be interesting to watch what happens Wednesday. Gascon, the DA, not popular, not very popular over in Los Angeles.
He's up for re-election soon, I think, too.
Yeah, a lot of people going against him because he's one of those we don't want to put people in jails types, and that hasn't worked out. Maybe he's looking for a little boost in popularity, get some support because he frees the Menendez brothers of all things.
Let's get you that Porsche you always wanted, pal.
I love how he's like, we need a strategy to turn your public reception around. Free the Menendez brothers. But we're in 2024, baby. That's where things are going right now.
Why not?
Man, what do you think? Let us know. This will be super interesting to watch if it goes down that way. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, a man survived 2 months at sea. 2 months of calm seas. And this man made it out alive. How? We're going to talk about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Orlando City is back at Inter&Co Stadium to close out the regular season against Atlanta United Saturday. Coverage begins at 5:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. And is brought to you by WG Sports Center. Discover indoor soccer. For details and to join their team, follow at WG Sports Center.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for an accident. Authorities are clearing up here on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 408. There's slowdowns on I-4 approaching State Road 429. Congestion at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike meets the beach line. And just keep in mind, emergency services and police activity are going to be on the roadways this afternoon, so move over and slow down. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by MD Now. Coming down with something and don't know what it is? Know now at MD Now. Their physician-led team can test for, diagnose, and treat a variety of illnesses. Just walk in or use their convenient web check-in. Visit MDNow.com and get back to better.
Did you know that mortgage guy, Don, offers HELOCs? That's home equity lines of credit. It's a way to unlock your equity while keeping your super low 2, 3, or 4% rate intact on the first mortgage. You can get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation, back taxes, dare I say, weddings, or more Halloween decorations. And unlike the corner banks, that mortgage guy, Don, has HELOC options as low as a 640 credit score. Get a quote today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. Work with an expert and a friend that you could trust.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Join Real Radio 104.1 and the Walk for Change at this year's Come Out with Pride Parade, Saturday, October 19th. Come Out with Pride, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit, is hosting Orlando's annual LGBTQ plus Pride celebration. Every October, we gather around National Coming Out Day, knowing for many, Pride may be the one day of the year people can live their true, authentic selves. With over 220 guests in 2023, it's one of the biggest Pride celebrations in the Southeast. More info at realradio.fm/events.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. When people ask me what I do for a living, I don't even blink. I'm an accident attorney. For those who've never been in an accident, that carries a negative connotation. For those who have, they understand. They need an attorney to fight a billion-dollar insurance company to make sure their bills are paid and that their future is protected. I'm very proud of what I do, and I take it very serious. If that works for you, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business?
wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Deep in the back of your mind, you've always had the feeling that there's something strange about reality. There is. Stuff to Blow Your Mind, an iHeart podcast that dives deep into the mysteries of the universe. With more than 2,500 episodes ready to listen, Stuff to Blow Your Mind will guide you through the strange, the bizarre, and the mind-blowing. Listen to Stuff to Blow Your Mind on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Stuff to Blow Your Mind to start listening.
So this new dose is, well, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture Card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you follow your favorite athletes, wherever they're playing. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day and use those miles to visit arenas across the country. Plus, earn unlimited 5 times miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Your next epic sports trip is closer than you think. The Venture Card from Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts. Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Wawa handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
So those of you who are maybe watching over on YouTube, hit like on the stream. Those of you who are listening, tell a friend about the show. And we love you and appreciate you for doing so on a Share the Show Tuesday. We are absolutely, completely, and totally cooked. We are as done as can be.
Okay, what happened?
The AI world, there's some new stuff I got to tell you today, probably in the next segment.
Okay.
But I was just watching
teaser.
this.
I just have to think about my impending doom.
Yeah, I was watching this during the break, and I go, we're so cooked. Like, how can we ever tell what's real and what's not? I'll tell you about the new thing that's coming out in just a bit here on the show. And we'll get into this man who survived 2 months adrift in a dinghy. But I do want to share with you one of the most infuriating stories of the day. And it's about this guy who was a fan of the Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I don't want to say this guy is some sort of representative of the Ravens fans, but he's a representative of useless assholes. Who
That's
I'd
so
like to,
Ravens
What's the
fans.
difference?
I'd like to see this guy stay in prison for quite some time, and I think you'll agree in a moment. And he's walking down the street in his Ravens jersey, trying to find the opposing team supporters, people who support the Washington Commanders, and he just starts beating people up. So if he finds somebody who has the opposing team's jersey on, he just starts hitting the people. So here he is. I'll walk you through this if you're listening. He's walking down the street. He sees people in a Commander's outfit, starts kicking them.
Oh, my God.
And
with his posse filming everything.
Yeah, and then
What
not
a
only filming,
psycho.
we should talk about that too. The guy who's filming is like, he can't be beat, or he's cheering him on, basically. The guy who's filming this dude punching all these people.
And tell me they've arrested him.
I say somebody who's egging the person on, there should be some sort of charge. I'm not saying serious jail time, but some kind of charge for
accessory to kicking ass.
Yes, absolutely. Because this person was an accessory here. This guy targeted these random fans of a rival football team because his brain is made of mashed potatoes. And the beautiful thing is, the internet doesn't like people like this. And they very quickly found out that his name was Jack Callis. And Jack Callis very quickly got fired from his job.
Good.
That is not enough. I think there should be more. Let's see. I'm going to get the latest update because I was following this last night as everybody was dunking on this guy. I know that he got fired. Here's from 2 hours ago. He said, I don't lose. It says, Ravens fan who decided to beat up random Commanders fans on the street yelling, I don't lose is about to lose everything, which is pretty great and deserved. It says, the video started circulating on Sunday night after the Ravens beat the Commanders in an NFL-style turf war. This dude in a Lamar Jackson jersey was looking for Commanders fans to beat up. And he's about 6'5", they think, and he's going after two guys who are smaller than him. And nobody was actively trying to fight back or anything. He's just a monster of a terrible human being. And they said that his people who went to school with him started coming out of the woodwork and saying this guy was kicked out of like 3 or 4 high schools. He's been a menace to society.
Nice guy.
Shocker. Brace yourself for this, okay? I know you're not going to see this coming.
Okay.
His parents are very rich.
What?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Sure that he had a hard time growing up.
No, his parents are very rich, and they've bailed him out of all the trouble that he's got into. And he may be suffering, and I mean that in the truest sense of the word, from affluenza. It happens.
Oh, my God.
People just like you and me. You know how this goes. If you're really rich, it's unfortunate that you don't understand things that you're supposed to do and you're not supposed to do. And this guy might be suffering from that, so watch out. Jack Callis, what an absolute scumbag. What an absolute scumbag. I hope he gets hit with felony charges. His job said MPD, that's the place that he works for, has a zero-tolerance policy for violence and aggressive behavior. This individual is no longer employed with our firm.
Just based on what he was doing, though, this can't be the first time that he's had a violent outrage.
No. Here's what I've got, and this is unverified, but they've been following this. It says, meet Jack Callis, the man who assaulted 2 Commanders fans after yesterday's game. He was on probation for misdemeanor assault, put his genitalia on a special needs student in high school.
Oh my God.
was kicked out of his high school for wearing a Freddie Gray costume. That's somebody who was, I don't know if he was a guy who was killed by the police or, hold on.
That sounds familiar.
Freddie Gray, he was killed. He was arrested by the Baltimore police for possession of a knife while in custody. He sustained fatal injuries and was taken to the trauma center. And then there was all sorts of protests afterwards. That was a complex story where the police didn't get charged with anything. I don't think they should have. But it's super inappropriate to wear that as a costume, person as a costume for your high school. He sent an explicit Snapchat to a girl in college who printed it and hung it all over the dorms as she alleges that he raped her. And that's just getting started in some of the stuff coming out about this guy in the first day.
So not much of a background check from the employer, huh?
No, I don't think so. And this is somebody who just keeps getting away with it. You have to make people accountable for what they do.
Heard that.
We need law and order in this country. And when you just go hitting people on the street because they're from a different football team, which is the height of stupidity, and you think you're bigger and tougher and richer than they are, then you should spend a decade behind bars. Sorry, not sorry. You should spend 10 years.
But imagine all the fights he's going to get in prison.
Good. I hope
might
he does.
thrive.
He might be great. He might take over the prison, but at least he won't be free. And you might say, oh, it's a fight. He just hit these people. I don't care. You're risking
he
killing
attacked
people.
them. It's not a fight.
Yeah.
He assaulted them.
Yes, he blindsided these people and knocked at least one of them out. You could kill people in doing this.
Have the Ravens responded? Let's hope there's a lifetime ban.
I don't know. I haven't seen that. You might be able to find something more. It's still kind of off the radar, this story.
Yeah, the Ravens are historically very against violence from their players and fans.
Wait a second. Didn't they have a particular player that...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh?
Yeah, there's something else there. I don't know enough to know, but, but Jack Callis, put him behind bars for a while. These are the kind of people that society hates, rightfully so. We need to take these people and put them in jail and keep them there. And let other idiots who have rich parents who keep bailing them out see that if you do something bad, you might spend a long time behind bars paying for it. So your drunken antics aren't so funny and viral anymore. Anyhow, there's that guy. Let's talk about somebody else. This is somebody who survived 2 months adrift at sea. I don't think I could survive 2 hours adrift. I'm not much of a survivor. You might know that if you've heard this show.
Rebus.
Under pressure, I think I might do better than anticipated, but what am I going to do? Adrift at sea? What the hell do I know?
Adrift on something, I imagine.
Yeah, in a little tiny boat, a real small boat that this guy was in. They're literally calling it a dinghy. It says
For
a Russian
plans,
man.
let's put a motor on the boat.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Call me crazy.
It said a Russian man was found alive after drifting for 2 months on an inflatable boat.
Okay.
While another man and a teenage boy died.
Damn.
2 men and a 15-year-old set off to the island of Sakhalin in the far eastern, whatever.
That's so funny.
Russian hard words.
No, it just sounded like that one news guy trying to say Guadalajara, but he goes, Guadalajara.
Oh, man. Was that Dan Rather?
My favorite is the lady who's doing the report on what I believe was an unfortunate story of a law enforcement officer who had passed away, and she's like, DD mega doo-doo. I mean, Deborah.
Didn't even take a second look at that.
It looked on the line, but mega doo-doo was what came out of her mouth.
Maybe it was Tom Brokaw.
It was,
who was
Lou
it?
Dobbs.
Lou Dobbs, that's who it was. Okay, I got to find this because for those of you not in the know,
sorry, guy who was found floating at sea. We need a second.
Yeah, you went to a funny named island. That's on you.
Oh no.
What
okay.
happened?
I got it. I have it. Okay.
The caravan of mostly Central American immigrants is now in the Mexican city of Oaxaca. The caravan of mostly Central American immigrants is now in the Mexican city of Oaxaca.
Sorry, let me take this ping pong ball out of my mouth.
That might be the greatest fake it till you make it I've heard.
He rolled through it.
Yeah, here we go. Khabarovsk region, somewhere in Russia is where these folks were. After a time, communication with them was lost. Their boat's location remained unknown, and 2 of the people died. 1 remained alive. He was about 670 miles away from where he started, and he had a beard, all kinds of stuff from the time at sea. He said he didn't have much strength. He managed to just barely catch the rope they threw at him. And they didn't say, like, what kept him alive. He weighed around.
He ate the other two people.
Oh, they said, oh, wow.
I got it right.
He was saved by his fat. He was saved by his fat. He was 270 pounds. And because he was heavy, he lost 50 pounds. And that's how he stayed alive. If he were thinner, he would be R.I.P.
Would the boat have broken down if he wasn't so heavy to begin with?
I don't know. It cuts both ways, truly. The survivor's wife said it's kind of a miracle, adding that the men had taken enough food and water to last only 2 weeks. She said her husband's weight could have helped save him. As he weighed 220 pounds, he lost about 50 of that. And it was on account of the fat that he was able to stay alive. What about that? That is something else. All right, let's work in some of your dispatches on a lovely Share the Show Tuesday. Here's Nurse Jan. She's talking about the Menendez brothers.
Good afternoon, guys. So, yeah, I had conflicting views about the Menendez brothers for quite a while. And then I watched the documentary that was, about the Menudo and the Menendez brothers. And their dad, with his affections for little boys.
Oh, that's right. The dad was involved in the Menudo boy band, too.
Correct.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He got them signed to RCA.
Yes. Yeah, that's where he got all his money from. We're making deals in the music industry and in Hollywood. And he seems to have been a pretty angry and abusive kind of dude, physically abusive at the very least. The rest of the stuff, like I told you, sometimes you're never going to know. You choose who you're going to believe, and that's that, right? Because you hear a story with no empirical truth. An empirical truth is that I am speaking into a microphone right now. Were I not to be speaking into the microphone, you wouldn't hear the sound of my voice. But if I said that Josh kicked me in the nuts last Monday, I swear to God, and he should be charged for it, all because I'm a Commanders fan. What are you going to do?
You had it coming. That's how we do it in Baltimore, baby.
Oh, it must have not hurt because Commanders fans don't have balls.
Got him. Boom.
Take that, Commanders fan. They got enough going on
I'm a Dolphins
over there.
fan. I have heard it all. Trust me.
How are the Dolphins doing? Are they doing good?
We're just happy to be there, Sean.
Okay, all right. Happy to let you participate in the league.
Have you seen our new stadium? Come on.
No, I haven't been to that new one. And is it that new?
No, it's just renamed every year.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the one where they... Okay, I'm sorry. Sports fans, I'm so sorry. Sports! Is that the stadium where they have a hot tub that you can sit in?
No.
That's Jacksonville.
Jacksonville has a hot tub?
And doesn't someone in Tampa pick up that idea? I know for sure the Jaguars have it.
Okay. And like you could chill in the hot tub as a seat at the games,
yeah,
right?
It's a human soup.
That's it's gross and cool at the same time. All right, let's go to one more. Here is Bruise Traveler talking about Trump. Okay.
Hey, guys, I needed to get out ahead of this whole thing about people passing out at my rally.
Oh, boy.
They weren't passing out from heat. They were passing out from sheer joy of me being there. As for the heat, obviously Kamala got to the people at this venue and had them shut off the AC.
He tried. He gave it a shot. That's what dispatching is about.
More of a blank.
The journey, the attempt is key, and he did attempt.
Kind of sounded like Alec Baldwin.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Thank you, Bruce Traveler. And we'll wait for your next dispatch momentarily. I didn't think I would be the type. I didn't think I would be the one, but I've been watching. I didn't finish it. Cordy kind of put the kibosh on us watching this together. The docuseries about Vince McMahon.
Oh, that one's in the
WWE. My problem with it is it's a really interesting look at how wrestling got started. I didn't know about so much of this stuff. How there was all these different leagues, and then the McMahon father-son team, they had their own, and then Vince McMahon wanted to make it one big league. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And all of the things that happened to make WWF first, then WWE after the World Wildlife Federation sued them and won, made them successful. And all the wrestlers and how everything works and all of that. That was interesting. But I thought it was pitched as an expose on Vince McMahon. And I don't think until the last episode they really get into that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. What about all the stuff he's been accused of?
The interviews with him, I think they mostly occurred before those text messages came out and that case came out. And I don't know if I haven't seen the whole thing. I did enjoy the overview of the history of wrestling. I found that to be interesting. Courtney did not. She said, this is something I don't care about at all.
Those guys are stupid as doornails.
What's happening? These guys are absolutely stupid as doornails in the ring, playing like they're fighting each other. And I said, look how many people there are. Look, they got it's entertainment. She did not care. But I wanted it to be more of a rundown on the accusations against Vince McMahon. Lee Road on YouTube says, Mr. McMahon is great. Nothing against how it was shot or how they put it together. I just feel like I was kind of sold a false bill of goods.
Is he hasn't been charged of anything, right? Obviously, he stepped down. A lot of stuff has been revealed, I believe, in civil lawsuits.
Are they not RICOing him right now?
Yeah, he did face some charges, I think.
So where's the juice, people?
Yeah, I want more on that. I have to finish it before I can really speak on it, see what the end portion of it had. But if you did see it, let us know, because I may be blocked from watching the end, and I need you to help me out. Send a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, I told you we were cooked. I'm going to give you some evidence of this. Guys, it's been a joy doing radio with you today. Mm-hmm. And I think we should all soak it in, because this may be our last show.
Oh, God. Someone going to tell C-Lane or just see if he shows up?
We'll just see if he shows up. Yeah. He'll probably just go back to the California Wine Adventure thing and just have some fun over there.
Where's everybody?
But wait till you hear the newest in technology, and I'm going to play this for you so we can check it out together. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
All week on the Jim Colbert Show, it's your chance to join us on the Bucks Bus as we go to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Atlanta Falcons Sunday, October 27th.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down on I-4 approaching State Road 429. There's a serious accident on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 408. There's congestion at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike meets the beach line. And just keep in mind, local services and emergency crews are still on the roadways trying to clear things up, so travel with caution. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by MD Now. Coming down with something and don't know what it is? Know now at MD Now. Their physician-led team can test for, diagnose, and treat a variety of illnesses. Just walk in or use their convenient web check-in. Visit mdnow.com and get back to better.
Let me tell you about Blue Chew. This is going to change the game and up your game in the bedroom. It is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but it's in a chewable form, and it's available at a fraction of the cost. This is all online, too. So you don't have to go set up an appointment and talk to your doctor and do any of that. You just go to a website, and then it gets shipped right to your door in a discreet package. And you could see what happens. You could see if it helps you out and gives you that extra confidence, because I think it's going to when it's time to perform. And you can try Blue Chew free when you use the promo code TNJ at checkout. You'll just pay $5 shipping. That's it, to give this a shot. BlueChew.com. Promo code is TNJ, and then your first month is free. Find them right now at BlueChew.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind. I bought a pair of Jordan 5s off eBay. They went through the authentication process. When they got here, something was wrong with them. I put them on and they immediately self-destructed. I contacted eBay. They said they weren't responsible. I filed multiple emails, photos, complaints. I didn't stop till I won. That's what I did for a pair of tennis shoes. Imagine what I would do for you. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333, offices Orlando.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
ThatmortgageguyDon.com. You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay.
Let's go! Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works. The specialists at Aspire Allergy and Sinus make it easy by identifying the problem and creating a custom plan to tackle it. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah!
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
I'm Cheryl Swoops.
And I'm Tarika Foster Brasby.
And on our new podcast, we're talking about the real obstacles women face day to day.
Because no matter who you are, there are levels to what we experience as women.
And T and I have no problem going there.
Listen to Levels to This with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Brasby on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Levels to This with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Brasby and start listening.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the new...
Lots of them coming in today. Love hearing your opinions. We'll be nice, mostly, I promise. So go record your dispatch right now or send us a video dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. I got a retraction. I do have a retraction.
God, it's been so long.
Founder for
you
that.
Never retract yourself.
I only retract myself when I get something wrong, which is very rare on this show. Very, very rare.
Yeah, I'm not going to put in the order for that flag that says Sean's right about everything.
Damn it, man.
Absolutely.
Almost everything is what we
retraction.
All right. Space Nuts called me out over on chat, rightfully so. And I just mixed something up in the middle of just briefly mentioning Freddie Gray, which was mentioned in a previous story. And I said that was a case where it was investigated and it looked like the cops didn't deserve to get charged in that moment. Freddie Gray, I mixed up with Jacob Blake. Freddie Gray is the guy that was arrested in Baltimore. I usually don't screw up stuff like this, so my bad. Freddie Gray is the one who was put by police in the back of this van for what they called a rough ride.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm only going off of like just a basic memory of the thing. I looked it up on Wikipedia a second ago, but I didn't have time to read it. But as I recall, he was unrestrained in the back of the van, which the coroner said led to his spine being severed.
He was restrained.
He was not restrained. The police did not restrain him in the back of the van.
Him.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
So
but he had no
like,
way. His hands must have been.
Yes, yeah. They said that's what some officers would do in Baltimore, and they would call it a rough ride. And that's what led to his death, which I do think should have led to charges against those officers. And that's why I maintained in that case when we talked about it at the time. However, I was confusing it with Jacob Blake, who was shot in Kenosha, Wisconsin. His shooting by the police was what led to the Kenosha riots, which is what led to Kyle Rittenhouse and that whole fallout there. Jacob Blake was a very, very bad dude. Jacob Blake had a knife and was trying to get in the back seat of the car with some kids, and he did all the things you're not supposed to do. They tried to tase him beforehand. Again, there's a cursory memory of the story, but he had it coming. So I did confuse those two. Thank you for keeping me held accountable, Space Nuts.
Thanks, Space Nuts.
On to this. AI, we're cooked. We are absolutely, positively cooked. And this is the latest example of this. This is from somebody named Ethan Mollick on Twitter that I saw, who's studying AI. He's a professor at Wharton, and he says flat out, and I agree 100%, you really, really should not trust audio clips anymore. If you hear audio clips, be skeptical now, because we're there. We're there in the time of AI. He says, even a couple of months ago, it used to take a commercial service to clone a voice. No more. This is me creating a voice clone of myself using just a 10-second reference clip on my home computer. This is all real-time, no cuts. And so here's what happened when he tried this out.
This is a test of my voice. I am just giving it a 10-second audio clip to record, and we'll see how far it gets in synthesizing my voice based on this alone. Just 10 seconds.
All right, that's his test. Now, here it goes.
This is a fake audio soundtrack of me speaking done on my home computer.
That is pretty much exactly the same.
It sounded better than him.
It might have sounded better. You're
But
right.
also, I feel like there is some deceit in the quality of that audio. Now give me the same exact thing, but make it as clear as you're hearing all of us right now on the radio. Then I feel like we could tell if it's AI.
I can't tell what...
It sounds like a phone. It sounds like a voicemail.
Oh, it's called Pinocchio. Pinokio. It sounds like I'm saying Pinocchio wrong.
Yeah, it kind of does. Pinocchio.
You see the movie with the kid with the nose, Pinocchio?
You know, the famous Italian puppet, Pinocchio.
And his father, Geppetto.
It's Pinokio. Maybe they just pronounce it Pinocchio, too. So that's the software that does this. That was like that. So you could take a short clip of anybody's voice, doesn't even have to be that high of quality, and then bam, presto, it sounds as real as anything else. And now we have to figure out what to do with this. And this is going to happen with video, too. What do you do with the entire criminal justice system, which currently is based on evidence? And the biggest evidence in all of these cases is photographic, audio, and video evidence. For quite some time, you've had things like photograph manipulators like Photoshop or other software, and you haven't been able to trust photos quite as much. Now those are getting even better and better and better with AI. Audio, you just heard what you can do with audio. You could take a 10-second clip of somebody's voice and then put them into a computer and have a conversation on a phone with somebody where they don't know that they're not talking to the real person. And it's as real as can be. And video, same thing. You look at a video and you go, wow, that is real. That happened. That's unbelievable. I'm upset about this. That's basically the reason this scares me the most, is because, as I've talked at length on this show, one of my biggest things that I focus on is how everybody's so mad, and most of the stuff they're mad about isn't true. Everybody's so enraged, especially online, and most of the things that they get enraged about is bait served up to them by grifters. Everybody is lying to you and getting you mad at things that aren't true. I remember when all of a sudden all these people, including people that I knew, started to get upset because there was a school that was putting litter boxes in the bathroom so kids who were identifying as cats could use the litter box. And they were mad about it. And it just wasn't true. It's things that you're mad about. A lot of them are not true on both the left and the right. And how do you fight that when you could fake audio that will piss people off? You could fake video that will piss people off, and you can fake photos. That's where we're at. That is a pretty crazy place to be. So now what is the question? Again, that software, Pinocchio or Pinocchio? Say it as you will. And enjoy. Okay, we got time to do one more real quick. Let's see. Here's Nova talking about the Ravens fan.
What's going on, junkies? Hope everybody's doing good today. Hey, I had to chime in on that Ravens guy.
Oh, yeah.
Ravens asshole. No, that is not a typical Ravens fan. That's just somebody off their damn mind. We do not do stuff like that. But other than that, hope y'all have a good day. We're going to go pop.
It can't be the average fan of anything. It's just a sociopath, psychopath, a person who just wants to attack random human beings. That is the type of person.
As a child.
This is a person who's been allowed to do things like this for his whole life.
Yeah. How about we didn't stop him after he put his genitals on a special needs classmate of his?
All right.
I mean, somebody messed up here.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I seriously doubt in this case, as in so many others, when you see some 13-year-old carjacking people in Chicago, same case, that you're going to find great parents on the other side of this argument. But I don't really care. I just want them in jail. And I want them in jail for a long time so that other people don't think it's okay to knock out random
he's
going to
get his ass beat in jail.
So we'll see what happens to him. It's just starting to make news now. All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Sean, I'm so glad that you asked. What's coming up on the next episode? Based on recent headlines, Kanye is possibly about to get the Diddy treatment, everybody. Just when you think the pot of your childhood property exploits was empty, Hallmark says, hold my Pinot Grigio. Plus, Darius Rucker. Damn it. Darius Rucker is so old, he's now the lead singer of Hootie and the Bluefish. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, CoolToday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson, and we're gearing up for big changes across Central Florida as we head into our Wednesday. For today, a high of 87 degrees, staying nice and dry with a mix of sunshine and clouds. A cold front arrives Wednesday, and that will help to bring down temperatures, increase winds, and also bring us a couple of stray showers, mainly during the course of the first half of our Wednesday. Temperatures as a result will be much cooler through the end of the week, with morning lows Thursday falling down into the 50s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time.
And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for a nice latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time. Now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yup.
And Nit wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins, they won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/bankingforbusiness to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2024.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row.
In the world of entertainment and beyond, thank you for being with us today. You're appreciated around here, and your opinion, no matter where you're at in the world or politically or whatever, is always welcome. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com if you agree, disagree, or just want to comment on what we're talking about on the show today. And leave some of those video dispatches. It's always nice to see your face. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Pineapple, pen.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Nailed it.
I gotta
No, that's not it. Sorry.
smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. And he's here for you if you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, doing some debt consolidation, perhaps expanding your business, reverse mortgages, and everything in between. The best part about that mortgage guy, Don, he's going to treat you like hope you're sitting down, a human.
My God.
Yeah, man, not a number. He's going to get you the best deal. If you have not seen and compared your first mortgage quote, well, it's time for you to do that. The rates are changing, and he's going to give you the best advice, the best deal of all time. Start the process by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was a mirror ready to feel old 15 years ago, 2009.
All right.
That the Balloon Boy hoax took over the country.
Gotta stay.
And that's why I picked that song. Richard and Mayumi Heen. They claim that their 6-year-old son, 12 points for the son's name.
Oh, man.
It's kind of relatable to the story that 15 years ago he was trapped in a balloon 7,000 feet above the ground.
I totally forgot.
Balloon Boy.
Kind of relatable.
I remember he was in a metal band.
Yes, he has been milking this for 15 years now. It's relatable because he had the name of a bird. And his name was Falcon.
Toucan.
No.
Falcon.
Come here, Toucan. Never Toucan. His name is Falcon, and now he is constantly trying to make money off of it. He has sold useless bear scratch, and I believe that's supposed to scare off bears. I remember the last time I did this a couple years ago. We played the YouTube video of buy bear scratch. You'll never be killed by a bear ever again.
The thing is, this kid never was in the balloon. So
no, he was not. It was a huge hoax.
The balloon was the star. He had nothing to do with it.
He created a new superhero called Aluminum Man.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. And this is also not in real life, but somebody spent the money as if they will become king. Congratulations to the very rich person at an auction. Come on, yo. There was a Game of Thrones auction for the memorabilia over the weekend, and it brought in more than $21 million.
Wow.
Big money. How many heads of kings is that?
I saw that this occurred, but I don't know what was auctioned. Did they have the very, very famous Game of Thrones chair?
You bet your ass it did.
Oh, they did? That's big.
The Iron Throne.
Rich ass is sitting on it. How much do you think it went for? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see what the items were, what they went for, but that's got to be one of the biggest TV show props of the last decade.
Now, let me clarify real quick. It was a replica of the Iron Throne. So it was not even used on the actual show. Molded from the original screen-used throne, and somebody was still willing to pay how much for it?
This just dropped in value for me. I can see Josh just in his office at home. He's sitting there in the throne. I think Josh, if he were to have bought this, paid
say it
$200,000.
Okay, no, absolutely not.
$250,000.
Absolutely not. That's very low. $1.5 million. For a replica.
They can just keep making them.
One of Jon Snow's long claw swords sold for $400,000.
Jesus.
And a hard rubber version that you could use at night in your bedroom.
No way.
No, it looks just like it, but hard rubber. And it was used in the action scenes, for a little over $100,000. So, Jaime Lannister's black leather armor, I believe he wore that when he was banging his sister.
Right.
Nice.
That went for $275,000, and Arya Stark's boy ensemble fetched $150,000.
Who are these people?
Very rich nerds.
Eccentric billionaires.
He's not a billionaire. He's eccentric. He has been around for a long time. And now he is proving how old he actually is.
Oh,
Darius Rucker.
Darius Rucker is right. What did you say?
I forgot his name is not Hootie.
It's Hootie.
I almost called him Hootie Blowfish for a second. That's not
boy,
his
Hootie
name.
Blowfish.
No, but he almost blew out his knees, Sean. He was
really?
performing at you guessed it, Hootie and the Blowfish show over in Charleston, South Carolina over the weekend. That's his hometown. And it stung just a little bit more because Hootie took a tumble.
Uh-oh.
I sent you the video. I took out the curse word because after he ate it on the stage over his monitor speaker, he said, "I'm old as blank." And it wasn't
All right, let me see. Okay,
Hit
I got
it,
this
BJ.
ready to go. It's already been edited, so we don't have to get rid of anything.
BJ. Go ahead. Look, everyone bouncing at the same time.
Yeah.
Hootie, I love you. He sounds exactly like he used to. It's coming up.
All right.
I zoom in.
Oh, he tumbled.
I also I did add the sound effects as well.
No, that was there. That was there. It actually does that.
And then
He's been
he,
cursed.
you stopped the video, didn't you?
Oh, did you want? There's more?
No, it's
Okay.
fine. I'll just tell you what he said.
Well, hold on. I'm old as F.
It fit with the
Darius.
song.
Popped back up laughing, blamed it on being old as hell. So there you have it, my friends. He only wants to be with who? His doctor. Thank you. Kanye West wants to be with his lawyer, and he is now being sued. I think I mentioned it briefly yesterday, but we've got some more details. He apparently used his office as a sexual playground.
Oh.
Same.
Are you not allowed to do that?
No, you're not.
Yikes.
So he has been hit with a string of lawsuits by former employees since the anti-Semitic outburst, but this is the latest one. Details from the filing have been released. In the last 48 hours, we are coming to learn that an OnlyFans model by the name of Lauren, his wife Bianca, had some sexual encounters, but the OnlyFans model... Wait, why is this... I'm confused. OnlyFans model Lauren, his wife Bianca, acted as his orgy coordinator. Did she get renamed?
I don't know.
Renamed.
I don't know. I'm not aware.
Oh, Lauren is
you
the
know
one who's
what's,
suing.
What's hard to determine here, because there's all this news and gossip about Kanye West every day. He doesn't do any interviews.
No.
So, like, you never hear him respond to anything.
So I guess Bianca, the new wife, who he's supposed to be divorcing, acted as an orgy coordinator in his sexual playground that is his office. It was Lauren who started to sue his ass, claiming that not only was she forced to be in this makeshift bedroom in the office space, it was often set up for the musician with a mattress, pillows, and a blanket in the private room. Her suit also states Kanye regularly hosted sex parties at luxury hotels, tried to expose her to the orgies. It added that his wife, Bianca, was the coordinator of all of this. Kanye had previously denied her claims, branding any allegations from Lauren baseless. But now it is saying that they had sex in the office, they roofied her, they raped her, and the wife was involved. So here we go. Something along those lines.
Just for the record, I found this dude on Etsy. He sells a Game of Thrones chair. Take a look at this. All right,
Would you want to buy that at one point?
I would. It would be kind of cool.
What's that guy's name?
I don't know, but it's a really good one actually. $3,500 for this sucker.
You almost bought the one that was made of dildos.
Yes, I did.
That's a good get.
Just wanted to say, it's a good get until it's being dropped off at your front door.
And you got people coming over your house to work on stuff or something.
Yeah, and you need someone to help you carry it in, and it's just wiggling around. So Kanye treated his office as a sexual playground, and Ted Danson treated the set as his fart playground.
Did he?
Oh, yeah. Ted Danson is now being exposed as a big-time farter. You thought Will Smith's farts were bad? How about Ted Danson's vegan farts? So
Does that
bad.
make it worse?
Well, they cleared an entire scene. They had to cut it completely from Where Everybody Knows Your Name. This was the podcast that was revealed on, I guess, on the set of Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
He farted so bad that everyone left the set. I don't know why farts is becoming the new hot topic. They're like, let's stop talking about Diddy's freak-offs, more like Ted's fart-offs.
When I was young, I would watch stuff and get so into it, and then I want to see behind the scenes, and I'd want to learn more, know all the background stuff. Now, every show has like a podcast where they go over the total behind-the-scenes history. There's so much content out there.
They said that it was such a huge soundstage. His vegan farts were so horrible, they would just shut down production for the day.
Jeez.
So there you have it, my friends.
Expensive.
On the boob tube.
That was real.
I did not think that this... Okay, it's burps and farts. Royalty free. Dancing with the Stars dedication night on ABC.
I must have been a guy who created this in his office, and his wife's like, "It's dinner time. Come out here."
Goes,
no,
this is what pays the bills, bitch.
Buddy, my magnum opus is almost finished.
I'm working.
The BET Hip Hop Awards on, you guessed it, BET. The season premieres of FBI, FBI International, FBI Most Wanted, So You Think You Can FBI, How to Survive the FBI, and Extreme Makeover FBI. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram. And most importantly, say it with me, Fart America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you. So one little last one on the way out there.
I'm getting really good at
Sabrina.
mouth farts.
That was not part of the soundtrack. Oh.
Nice.
You could be this person. You could
hear
be
that,
in your lab working on your opus to combat this one.
That's like 3 minutes of something else. I've only usually just play the first 5 seconds.
His kid is outside the door by himself with a baseball glove and throwing the ball into it himself.
They're saying it's bring your parent to school day for talk about your job, but I think maybe I'll just bring mom.
Leave me into my office. Oh, all right. We got a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll get into what's happening behind the scenes at TikTok. There was some stuff happening on that platform that they say they weren't aware of, but I say, how did you not know this was going on?
Yeah.
And Disney under fire once more.
Oh, no.
What did the House of Mouse do this time? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win tickets to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
On I-4 this afternoon, you could expect your regular delays, and authorities are clearing up an accident on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 408. I believe multiple lanes are blocked there. And keep in mind, traffic lights are out and flooding is still affecting some areas. So just travel with caution on the roadways. And if you see emergency services, just move over and slow down. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back. Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Real Radio wants to provide you with the assist for your holiday shopping by putting $1,000 in your hand before the holidays. We're talking about $1,000 13 times a day. Simply listen for the keywords to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Marijuana is scientifically proven to be safer than alcohol, but casual marijuana users are treated like dangerous criminals. It's time for a change, and law enforcement officers across Florida agree. Here's Bradford County Sheriff Gordon Smith with more.
Using marijuana doesn't make you a bad person. And it's time we stop ruining lives over it. I'm a Republican sheriff, and I'm voting yes on Amendment 3 for safe, tested, regulated marijuana for adults. Amendment 3 will get marijuana laced with Chinese fentanyl off our streets and save countless Florida lives. With more funding for law enforcement to crack down on the real criminal, it's time. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Amendment 3, legal marijuana for adults, safe, regulated, lab tested, and from a store, not the street. Get the facts at yeson3.com.
Paid political advertisement paid for by Smart and Save Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, suite number 3321, Tallahassee, Florida 32312.
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today. Dial pound 250 and say great results. That's pound 250, say great results.
Hey Orlando, get ready for your real estate journey with Nickley's Believe It or Not. Did you know the Nickley Group sells the most homes in Central Florida? They actually sell one every 9.7 hours. The Nickley Group sells homes twice as fast and for 6% more on average. Yeah, that's approximately $25,000 more for your home. Why? Because the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty does real estate differently. Don't believe me? Google them. They have over 3,000 five-star reviews. Get your own dedicated team of local experts and experience the difference. For a guaranteed cash offer on your home today, call the Nickley Group. Visit thenickley.com.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Oh, I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture Card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you follow your favorite athletes, wherever they're playing. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day, and use those miles to visit arenas across the country. Plus, earn unlimited 5 times miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. Your next epic sports trip is closer than you think. The Venture Card from Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Home of the world famous Game of Magnets.
And we got a lot more on the way. Interesting little tidbit here. I did not see this coming, but I don't know, maybe I should have. It's 2024. These are the things that happen. But Trump and Kamala Harris agree on one thing. They have one thing that they're agreeing on, and I guess that is in the final 3 weeks of the election, they want to go on Joe Rogan's show. And now we're hearing
that.
It's being leaked out that Kamala Harris might sit down with Joe Rogan, which for all the grief you might give him, I think could be interesting. I think he might ask her some good questions, and they might get a better glimpse at actually who Kamala Harris is as a person in an interview like that, because there's nowhere to hide. It's a YouTube interview. It's usually pretty long form. I'd be down for that. I'd love to see them both do something like that, no matter where it was. And
why?
I don't.
What if he schedules it on the same day?
That would
Surprise
be awesome.
debate.
Right over here in this door, and then she just walks in, or Trump walks in.
Oh my God, Joe, you didn't.
I would love to see this. I would love to see those conversations. I think it's important to see them. And Joe Rogan has the audience that they're chasing, because I can tell you this. Let's say you take women 18 to 34. Probably a decent amount of women in that demographic that are going to vote for various reasons, including abortion, in this election. But almost all of them are going to be voting for Kamala Harris already. Because the vast majority of women 18 to 34 are locked and loaded, pretty far to the left, and politically way more aligned, way more aligned with Kamala Harris than they are with Donald Trump.
Definitely some outliers, though. Got to tell you.
Well, there's always outliers, just like there's outliers with the black vote. If you look at that's what they were courting the other day. And it was it Obama, I think? Obama was out on the campaign trail. And they've got 82% or something of the black vote, and they want a little bit more, right? But I'm saying, generally speaking, women 18 to 34 are not voting for Trump. They're voting for Kamala Harris. But the people who are in the wiggle room area is the guys who are 18 to 54. There's a lot more people who are open to considering some alternatives. Guys, as opposed to women at a younger age, tend to be right of center, actually. And a lot of culture online that they interface with is right of center. It's your Andrew Tate type stuff that's not as political, but that's in that world. It's a lot of guys who just don't connect with Kamala Harris. So getting to that audience, super valuable, and also valuable for Trump. There's a lot of people who are not necessarily 100% political that listen to Joe Rogan's show. When it comes to, I think Kamala Harris did Howard Stern not that long ago. What's left of his audience is probably just politically aligned with him, because he just hammers home politics.
People that
all
still
day
have
long.
a year left of a free subscription.
Or they called up and they said, I would like to cancel this. And they go, no. It's like AOL. We'll give you 76 years for free.
What?
Just don't cancel it. All right, fine. I'll do it. So they both are saying that they're going to be on the Joe Rogan podcast. We'll see when that happens. They might want to do it sooner rather than later, because
like
before you
week.
know it, Josh, can you Google this for me, please?
Yes.
'Cause it's hard to Google and talk.
Mail-in?
What percentage of votes are cast before Election Day?
Oh.
What percentage of votes are cast before Election Day? Got to be over 50, right? I would think it would be over 50%. So you're missing out on a big chunk of the vote unless you get ahead of people getting their votes in. So if they wait 2 weeks, you might be missing some potential votes that you could get. Early voting, and it's different in different states that you're looking at. Did you find anything on this, Josh?
It looks like, from what I'm reading on a cursory standpoint, it looks like about half of voters have cast their ballots already.
Already?
Damn.
At this point? See, your audience is dwindling.
That's according to a poll, though.
But they won't share the results whatsoever.
No. You can see certain things, though. There's some websites where they'll show early vote, and I've seen this myself, and they'll show the demographic breakdown of the early vote, and you could start to pull things out from that. Like I said, if you saw that there's a 50% jump in women 18 to 34, you could say, oh, that's a win for Kamala Harris. If you saw there's a jump of white working men without a college degree between 25 and 54, you could say that's a giant advantage for Trump. That's just how demographics work.
If they have the numbers on newly registered voters, because that's somewhere last week.
Yeah, you could see that.
So,
and go ahead.
This poll says that 5% of voters have already cast their ballots, but 52% plan to cast early.
Before the election.
Correct.
Okay.
Mail-in or in person or otherwise.
That's why you got to move before we get to Election Day. It's not just about Election Day. And also, a lot of pressure on her to do this, and it looks like now she's going to try it out at least a little bit. Another interview Kamala Harris is set to do is on Fox News with Brett Baer on a show called Special Report. So she'll be doing a Fox News interview. That's the first one that she's done over on that network. So maybe some difficult questions there. I was looking into this Pinocchio, this software that we were talking about. Josh was looking deeper into this. This is kind of crazy.
Look at it at all. Sorry, guys.
Oh, my God. It's, how do you explain this, Josh? Somebody said it was like the Steam of AI applications, if that makes sense.
It seems like a lot of these AI applications that you normally would have to have coding experience to run on your own, that just does all the hard parts for you, it looks like.
That's wild. So you download this thing. It's not for amateurs, but it's called Pinocchio. And then with that, you can run your own instance of ChatGPT. Like you could say, I want my own AI, and my AI is going to have no rules. It's not going to stay within any guardrails.
Just right.
Yeah, it's going to be the Budweiser. That's Budweiser, right?
That's Outback Steakhouse.
Outback Steakhouse. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Budweiser can't say no rules, just right.
No, they have a couple rules about beer.
Budweiser's is better ingredients, better pizza, I believe.
That's it. Yes, I forgot. It's been a long time. So there you go. That's pretty cool. If you are into the world of AI, check out that Pinocchio because you can do some pretty cool stuff on it. There is a new controversy over at Disney. Disney had the first controversy when they got into it with Ron DeSantis, and then they, I guess, stopped fighting or whatever.
Okay.
That doesn't seem to be going on anymore. Culture war stuff is always boiling out there, but I think maybe it's died down a bit. This one is about not something in a movie or on a TV show as much as it is in the Disney theme park itself. And I believe this is a place I've never been to. Have you guys ever been to Disney California Adventure?
No.
It's obviously in California. It's by Disneyland. I've not been there before in my life. But this is the place where they have something called Avengers Campus. Ooh. And Avengers Campus is this big area. It's massive. And when you go there, it's like you're in the land of the Avengers. And there's all these people.
That's dope.
In all the costumes.
Would love to do that.
Like Wolverine would walk by you and he'd totally be in character, and they might get into it with some other people. Spider-Man will do a little presentation.
I'm Spider-Man, yeah.
It's kind of cool. They even have a ride there, which I feel weird about, but I would like to do. It's a Spider-Man ride, and when you're on it, you have to shoot webs, and you actually go like this physically to shoot the webs.
That's cool.
While you're on the ride. I have not done that. So the controversy is about a Deadpool character. And on the Avengers campus in Disneyland or at their park in California. And I guess these guys do all these different routines and they have lines that they do.
You're talking about someone playing Deadpool? Or
Somebody playing Deadpool. Yeah, somebody playing Deadpool. And some of the lines that they're dropping, and folks are saying, this is a family park. What's happening here? Here is one of the lines.
Here's Deadpool. What do we have here? Wow, we got the Disney Disney Parks app. We got Instagram, TikTok, Tinder, Grindr. Wow, Mr. Stark, I love your new profile picture.
All right, so he said we've got Grindr
kind of funny.
on the iPad talking about the gay dating app or hookup app, Grindr, and outing, I guess, Tony Stark for using Grindr. That seems to be more adult. That's why people were upset about it. And
but
I guess
Tinder is on there too.
I guess that would kind of be adult too.
So they're
and this
it's like a homophobic thing. Like you can
no.
mention...
The point is that people are saying this is a family park, and you have characters talking about the Grindr app.
Okay, well, some of those kids wouldn't be born if it wasn't for the Tinder and Grinders.
Not for the Grindr app, but the Tinder one, maybe.
You know, there's you never know how these things work out. You could meet your lovely husband, and then you have a surrogate later on, and you go to Disneyland Adventures or whatever it's called.
Here's another example that these folks are mad about. Let's see what it is.
What's up, bro? Star-Lord.
Trust me, pal, you don't want this.
I'll pound you.
He said, I'll pound you.
Oh, come on.
That's Deadpool's jokes, though.
Yeah.
And he's going for a fist pump.
Exactly, but this is the type of humor that you would like find in a kids movie that adults actually like watching as well.
Yeah, but Deadpool's not a kids movie, right?
No, by no means. But if you have a place that kids are allowed in, then for all they know, the younger kids, it's a fist bump.
Here's what I think about this. Both of those, I think I'm okay with, even though I think Disney should be like a family place and they shouldn't put a bunch of adult stuff in there. A kid is not going to know what Grindr is. An 8-year-old. An 8-year-old is not going to know what Grindr is. And if they do, there's another thing going on. The fist bump thing was a joke that was like hidden in plain sight. And we find this a lot in adult cartoons. You see this all the time where there's something that was in a kid's cartoon, but that was made for adults. There's a joke that's in there with a little bit of a wink, and the adults go, okay, I see what you're going.
Yeah.
I don't think either of those is that bad. But what do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. It was Wolverine, it was Deadpool, and who's the other? Oh, Star-Lord. Star-Lord is the other one that they had. I never got that stuff. I never understood the character stuff, like meeting somebody in a costume and talking to them. And
hey, Star-Lord.
I feel so weird about that.
I would like to meet the real Hugh Jackman dressed as Wolverine, though.
Yes, hell yeah, I'd be down for that. And I do think Deadpool is too good to waste and say, like, Deadpool's an adult character. We're not going to use it at the theme parks. It's too good to waste on that. Yeah. Too hot of a movie and a franchise right now.
Disney adults love Deadpool.
Yeah, I think they do. Big Doug Millionaire says there are no adult jokes in kid movies. Yes, there are. Of course there are.
What movies?
Maybe he's kidding. Yeah, there's a lot of adult jokes in kids movies. I'm sure he's just kidding around. Unless you really believe that. If so, tell us again. We're going to get to you, your dispatches. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to send us a dispatch right now, just like Insecure Walrus. Here we go.
I have a friend who's a recording engineer, and he's actually had to testify in trials before about whether recordings that were presented as evidence are real, whether they were, fictionalized, created through editing, or whether they were actual, just a straight real recording. And I think that's just going to be the thing that happens. As people come up with AI and things to make sounds that sound really realistic, experts are going to get better at experting to determine if things are real or false. There'll be some kind of AI that detects AI-made things or something. It's just going to get better.
I think I disagree. I think you pass a point of no return at some place. I think that at some point I can make a video of Josh admitting to being the biggest fentanyl dealer in the United States of America.
You weren't supposed to tell people.
and I could send that to Sabrina and she'd be like, oh my God.
I thought it was just South Florida.
This guy's really blowing up.
What?
His business is soaring right now.
A little setback with Matthew Perry.
I think you could watch all this happen, and eventually we hit that point of no return where you will not be able to tell the difference, and the software will not be trustworthy. Already, the software that teachers use to determine if an assignment is written by AI is not very good.
No,
a lot of false
they've been
positives.
doing it themselves. Where they I mean, it's very easy to get caught if all you're doing, these stupid kids, is copying and pasting into ChatGPT.
Which is what they do.
The directions will be like, if you write about Abraham Lincoln being a werewolf, then I know this is AI. And then within the essay, you have that line and you're caught. But that's stupid on the kid's part.
Yeah, there's going to be some that are smarter than that. That go, I see what's happening here, and they're going to get away with it. Nobody's going to be the wiser. It's just the way it goes. Here is Swilly. It says, I made AI Swilly. Let's hear.
Hey, everybody. Happy today.
Sounds like
I have
Swilly.
This AI voice simulator thing, and I gave it a shot. I read, 10 seconds from a newspaper and made AI Swilly. And this is what it came up with.
Oh my God! Get out of the way! I have to poop so bad.
That is not, sir. AI Swilly. There doesn't need to be an AI Sean. Just, get enough of the real stuff. One more. Here's Nova.
What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We already did this one. Let's go over to Fart the Bunny.
Sean, my wife and I are huge wrestling fans and watched the Mr. McMahon documentary. The problem for us is we've seen 90% of the stuff they were already talking about was pieces together from other documentaries.
Really?
And then it's like the last half hour of the last episode is finally the stuff about the text messages that came down and all the other crap. So, yeah, it was kind of a bill of goods sold, but I felt like it was put together well, but a lot of it we already knew.
Yeah, it was put together well. What happened over on Netflix is they had a little tiny show called Tiger King. And Tiger King blew up so big that everybody who was attached to Tiger King, director, producer, all this people, they all got side deals with Netflix or some other streamer to make their own docuseries because people said, make me the next Tiger King. That's why you got Chimp Crazy or whatever that one was with the crazy chimp lady.
I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
Oh, that was interesting. A lot of the footage they had there was really good. It was not as good. Now. Yeah, she started out on TikTok and Instagram, I think. Crazy Chimp Lady or something similar to that. But that was not as big an explosive as Tiger King was. That's kind of lightning in a bottle. It's hard to get that big. Other than maybe this Menendez thing, which was not the same, but similar as a docuseries with these actors. And look what kind of impact that had. We're going to be talking tomorrow about whether or not these guys are going to be released from prison or not. That's what the impact has been. And I don't know what to say other than that's completely related to the Netflix show. I can't tell you any other reason why. Nobody was really talking about the Menendez brothers. It wasn't a conversation on this show. And now it's a big conversation, and people are saying, including people in power, are saying that they should be freed. So that'll be interesting to watch on the show tomorrow. When we come back, we got to get geared up for jury duty. I have this insider report, the documents leaked out of TikTok, stuff that was happening on their platform, and they should have known it was going down. What do they have? What are the goods on TikTok? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
You would go do Chippendale for a bunch of ladies if you thought you can get away with it.
Yeah, right now I keep getting arrested.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Checking up on I-4 here. There's slowdowns approaching State Road 429. You could expect your regular congestion in the Lake Buena Vista area. Authorities are still working on that accident, blocking multiple lanes on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 408. The tolls have been suspended, and keep in mind emergency services are on the roads, so move over and slow down. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment to get started, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Down payments vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Blue Chew is ready to help you out. This is going to be that little extra benefit in the bedroom that you're looking for, and it couldn't be easier to give it a try. Blue Chew is going to give you the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form at a fraction of the cost. and they are mint flavored, really, really easy. And you're going to like these because they're made in the USA. They prepare and ship them direct to you, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. What this is going to do is help you out as a performance enhancement for the bedroom. Why not give it a shot? See if you get some extra confidence with Blue Chew. And you could try it free when you use the promo code TNJ at checkout. Then all you pay is $5 for the shipping. You get your first month free, just $5 for shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code TNJ for your first month free at BlueChew.com.
If you missed our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Las Vegas, make some noise!
Watch the best moments exclusively on Hulu right now.
All right, you guys are out for a party, I can tell.
See the biggest festival headliners from around the world assembled on one stage on one show.
This iHeart energy is so incredible. See it all at our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Ugh, I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
I'm Cheryl Swoops. And I'm Tarika Foster Brasby. And on our new podcast, we're talking about the real obstacles women face day to day. Because no matter who you are, there are levels to what we experience as women. And T and I have no problem going there. Listen to Levels to This with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Brasby on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Levels to This with Cheryl Swoops and Tarika Foster Brasby and start listening.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS, BILLS, BILLS. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
Under that until the election, which should be pretty interesting. If you want to follow all the drama and everything that happens on the way there, keep it right here. And subscribe to the podcast on thenewsjunkie.com.
Let go.
I guess Trump is doing some speech for Bloomberg in Chicago right now.
Yeah, but as soon as I went to tune in, he's done.
Oh, he's done? I got some of the clips here. I don't know what happened.
Saying breaking news.
What are they saying?
Well, it just says Trump outlines economic and international agenda in Chicago.
Well, he keeps talking about the weave. Have you heard him talk about the weave?
He loves the weave.
The weave that I know and love?
No, he's talking about the weave, which is when he doesn't answer a question and meanders around and then comes back to the question. That's the weave. That's what he's been calling it, at least. This is, I guess, an example of him discussing this. Here we go.
You move too quick now. You got to be able to finish a thought because it's very important. You know, this is big stuff we're talking about. You can't go that quickly.
You've gone from the dollar to
So let me just tell you. So I said, no, I'm just telling you basic. It's called the weave. It's all these different things happening. Yeah. So let me just say. So I said,
people laughing.
Yeah, there was some people laughing. Let me see what else we got. So he's talking about the weave a lot. That's his thing that he's been talking about quite a bit.
Has he explained the weave, or he just did that with his hands?
He's explained that the weave is when, let's say you ask me a question about McDonald's.
To Vladimir Putin's.
Hang on. This is another clip I'll play in a second. If you ask me a question about McDonald's and I say, look, growing up as a poverty-stricken, blah, 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 and eventually I weave around to McDonald's, this is some sort of strategy to tackle questions that shows that you're mentally very there and you're in control. Your mental acuity is on a high level if you can weave. I just kind of think this is not answering questions. That's what it seems like to me. It's like, hey, I'm weaving away from the question you asked and on to something else, which is what you're supposed to do as a politician silently. You're not supposed to tell them as you do it, but maybe he landed some punches here. Let's listen to him talk to this guy.
No, but these are big things. I have to mention them.
Yeah, you just mentioned Putin, though, and this has been this controversy of the past week. Can you say yes or no whether you have talked to Vladimir Putin since you stopped being president?
Well, I don't comment on that, but I will tell you that if I did, it's a smart thing. If I'm friendly with people, if I have a relationship with people, that's a good thing, not a bad thing in terms of a country. He's got 2,000 nuclear weapons, and so do we.
So he's saying, I can't tell you if I did it, but if I did it, it was a good thing, which kind of seems like an answer. This is somebody's passing this around saying this is an awful event for Trump. Let's see. So far, it's been kind of what I expected, honestly. But let's listen to this clip from this Bloomberg thing that just went down.
Came out, she just said, the Green New Scam. She just named all these things.
The issue, the markets are looking at the fact you are making all these promises. Latest one was car loans. You're flooding the thing with giving giveaways.
But we're going to grow.
I was actually quite kind to you. I used 7 trillion. The upper estimate is 15 trillion. People like the Wall Street Journal, who's hardly a communist organization,
yeah, but you don't know.
They have criticized you on this as well. You are running up enormous debts.
What does the Wall Street Journal know? I'm meeting with them tomorrow. What does the Wall Street Journal know? They've been wrong about everything. So have you, by the way. You've been wrong about it.
You're trying to turn this.
You've been wrong about it.
No, you're trying to turn this into debate.
Is he having?
There are business people.
But you're wrong. You've been wrong. You've been wrong all your life on this stuff.
All right.
Your entire life, even when you were a baby.
It's not going well.
No.
So this is Chicago and the Bloomberg interview. He was getting some tough questions there.
That's a big audience to do that with.
It seemed like it was in an auditorium or something. I can't tell what was going on there. There we go. We'll see if anybody's swayed by this. Abraham Dragon Friend said this isn't going to change anybody's minds. I happen to agree with you. Everybody's just deeply rooted into where they are. Nobody seems concerned about the flaws of their own candidate. And nobody also, and this is especially true, I think, for some of the most hardcore Trump fans, want to apply the same level of criticism to their candidate that they would apply to the other candidate.
Oh, of course.
And not doing that, you end up in sort of a fantasy land. You're not operating on planet Earth. I think that's not good.
Riddle me this. You have your hardcore Trump fans, but how about your staunch Republicans? And as this kind of, if these clips keep coming out, these moments with Trump, you might have some people who are wondering, like, can I truly go out there and continue to vote because he is my party, or am I not voting at all?
Maybe. I think that a lot of those people are voting against Kamala Harris. I think it's like a protest vote for that. But I think it may, if people get down on Trump in the next couple of weeks here, 3 weeks, I think they may just not vote. I don't think they're going to vote for Kamala Harris.
No way.
I think that they would just not vote. And I really have long believed, I don't even think Trump's really a Republican. I think this is like a new branch off into different stuff that hasn't been what the Republican Party has been about for a very long time. All of the people that I know that are Republicans that I've talked to about this say the same thing. And they don't talk about the things they like about Trump other than him being funny that much. They talk about the things that they dislike and they're scared about when it comes to Kamala Harris. Those are the things that they seem to be motivated by. I don't know. The party is in sort of tough times right now because there's a lot of divisions. There's a lot of people who I know have been lifelong Republicans who just aren't a fan. I don't know what to make of any of this, and I still think this could go either way, which is why the next 3 weeks will be pretty interesting. And we'll just try to do it in a way where you don't go, politics. We'll try to cover it in a way where you go, all right, I want to know what's going on, and I want to laugh a little. Because you got to get through this stuff. The TikTok documents have leaked. NPR says this. And I don't know if they're getting it all wrong on the NPR side, but this is what they say. Kids as young as 15, all right, 15 years old, were stripping on TikTok's live feature.
What?
Ooh. Fueled by adults who are paying for it. That's what TikTok learned when it launched an internal investigation after a report on Forbes. What does Forbes know? They haven't gotten it right. They never get it right.
Never in their whole life.
Officials at TikTok discovered that there was a high number of underage streamers receiving gifts or coins, hot dog, yeah, in exchange for stripping. Real money converted into a digital currency, often in the form of a plush toy or a flower. This is one of several disturbing accounts that came to light in a trove of secret documents reviewed last week by Kentucky Public Radio. Even more troubling was that TikTok executives were acutely aware of the potential harm the app could cause teens, but appeared unconcerned. One of the strategies here, and I've seen it on the timeline, is you'll get a woman, an attractive woman, and they break their way into the For You page by doing something that's almost revealing. Like, let's say they have a towel on and it's like, whoa, don't go to my live stream. My boobs are about to pop out. And
damn it.
You can hear, I hope you stepped on that. I hope you screwed it up.
Right over the boobs.
You can see that they're live at the moment. So then you hit live and they don't show anything most times. Sometimes I guess they do. And over there, they're out there trying to beg for shekels. And
see,
saying,
I have not gotten that live, like it's not in my FYP, but have you seen the people that, they're not in the U.S. It seems to be a lower income country.
In like mud puddles and stuff?
Not mud puddles, but they're under this giant balloon. And anytime someone sends them like a rose or a star, they pump up a little bit more water into there. Please stop. No, don't send any more. And then at some point, the whole thing explodes over them.
Yeah.
But you'll sit there and watch it for an hour.
It's kind of weird.
Because it becomes the biggest balloon you've ever seen in your life filled with water.
It's digital panhandling is what it is. And regular hobos could take note. If you start doing some of this stuff on the side of the street, you may make more money.
There's some countries where you walk down the street and it's a bunch of people doing it live. Like,
yes, I've seen that.
That's
like under
so
a bridge.
Bizarre.
I don't remember where that was, in Korea or somewhere, but it's under a bridge, and it's like influencer bridge, and there's hundreds and hundreds of these people all live streaming at the same time. But there's so many panhandlers, and they just go on and they do the same stuff, either using their body to try to bait you in. If you donate a rose, I'm going to shimmy, and if I shimmy, maybe my towel will fall off. There's various other things. There's lots of tricks that they're using. There's another one where people who are in third world countries are in like mud puddles, and they're staring at the camera, and they're not saying anything. They just stare at the camera.
I saw a guy.
When they get a donation, they go, and then they just go to staring at the camera again.
A man was fully asleep, hunched over, listening to 90s tunes, and there I was clicking on it, watching with 500 other people.
Such a weird world.
He was just taking a sleep.
I don't know how it all works, but there's so much of that happening. The panhandling on social media. If you've heard this, let me know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Artemis says, my algo is very different than Sean. Mine is mostly dogs and Taylor Swift. I don't go on TikTok that much, so I don't know that I give it a lot to deal with or to work with. And I just see the trends that are popping up. And the panhandling trend is like one of the biggest ones
but the
going.
Towel Girls is particular to you, my friend.
No, it's not. This is okay. Here we could do a thing where we go, creepy Sean's looking at Towel Girl. The reality is, this is a thing that is happening. Guys, I need you now, because what they're going to try to do is make this out like I'm some creeper.
It's not creepy. You're amongst
already.
There's a lot of people who can relate.
I know what's happening already. I know what's happening already. If you've seen this before, let me know. Send us a dispatch.
And then
go to
send a picture of your neck beard.
Don't send that. It's regular human beings, just normal people. And the algorithm is wrong anyways. They think I'm a big
wrong
fan
its whole life.
It is. It's been wrong its whole life. They think I like Metallica. I don't care about Metallica, algorithm, okay?
Give me fuel, give me fire.
Stop showing me Metallica videos. I don't want to see the girl in the towel either. I got a real live girl, okay?
I want to see nip.
I don't want to see any of this stuff. I want funny is what I want. I don't know.
This is hilarious.
I'm taking a break. I'm done with this. I'm done with all of this. I'm done with you. You're mean to me. You're a bully.
Oh, my God. You are spiraling. Relax. All I said was it was your algorithm.
You don't know what spiraling looks like if you think this is spiraling.
This is a hint.
Level 1.
The outer cusp of a spiral.
All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get further into what they discovered on TikTok. And
in the meantime, boobs and towels, baby.
Jury duty is coming up as well, including a father who is saying he should not be facing any kind of murder charges. What did he do? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
If you're going to give up your personal information to a giant, merciless corporation, might as well listen to something good. So tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Fantasy.
6 games in, and Caleb Williams has turned the corner for the Bears. Sure, they've only beaten bad teams, but they've looked good doing it. Last couple blowouts. Caleb's clearly taking more ownership, and for the first time in 20 years or more, you see a deep and talented Bears offense. Chicago finally found their quarterback, and what a difference he's making. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Folks, we live in Central Florida. It is so important that your air conditioning works perfectly every single time. And even when it gets cooler outside, you could tell, like after the storm with the power outage, I'm sitting here in the house and it's like, okay, it's cool. Oh, not so much. Oh, and then when the AC is not working, it warms up real quick. Even if your AC is not working like it used to, sometimes that warrants a call to Mills Air. They'll be honest with you. They'll help you out. They'll get you back up and running, and it'll be nice and comfortable in your house. And if you're seeing a big jump in your power bill, a lot of times that comes from your HVAC unit or your air conditioner. And many times it's because it's not running effectively or it's not an efficient unit. If you want to get a brand new Carrier unit, they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer and then get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. Why would you leave that money on the table? You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159 or find them online at millsair.com.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is excited to bring you live craps, roulette, and sports betting. all under one roof, hotter than the Florida sun. Feel the luck of the dice, watch the roulette wheel spin, and scream for your touchdown as the big screen comes alive. Dine like a rock star, sip cocktails that shimmer, then dive into the heart of Las Vegas right here in Tampa Bay. Live craps, roulette, sports betting is here. Get in on the action now, only at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, located off of I-4 near I-75. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Going into the holidays, right? The last part of the year. Don't you want to be around for as many holidays as possible? Well, of course you do. You should get a check with Life Imaging FLA. And what I mean is a screening, a cancer screening, a heart disease screening. That's right. Early detection of heart disease and cancer is a game changer in terms of treatment and outcome. And at Life Imaging FLA, you don't have to have any symptoms. You can just go and get that scan. Get a scan when you can with Life Imaging FLA. I did it. It takes no time at all. I have peace of mind. I know that my heart is good. I know I have no cancer. Other people have gone and found out they have cancer and found out that they have heart disease and have had it taken care of. And guess what? Saved their lives. I have so many listeners that have told me that story. It could be you as well. Give them a call. Pick up your cell phone. Dial pound 250. Say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a great value. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone. Dial pound 250. Say the words free heart scan. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Life Imaging FLA.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
If you ever need to talk, he'll pretend to listen. You're listening to the News Junkie.
Hanging out with us on a Share the Show Tuesday. That's when you tell somebody, whether it's at a stoplight randomly, a friend of yours, just somebody else, say, hey, you know, if you're looking for any new podcasts to listen to, check out the News Junkie. That's always a nice thing to do if you hear somebody ask. Recommend us. If you say, hey, I don't know if you've heard this, but I listen to this show. I think you might like it too. That is very, very sweet of you on a Share the Show Tuesday or any other day for that matter. We got jury duty coming up in just a bit here. Just to finish off this TikTok thing, and I recently saw a video about all this grifting on TikTok and how embarrassing and gross it is. And there's a guy who was the member of the Vlog Squad. Do you guys know who that is or no?
Why does that sound familiar?
This was a group of YouTube friends. David Dobrik.
Oh, yeah.
He was like the main guy in that. And he had a friend named Jason, and I don't want to screw this up.
The one that he really hurt, right?
No,
wasn't it that stunt?
He did that, but that's a different person. Look up David Dobrik Jason, and then they'll tell you what the Jason guy's last name is.
Jason Nash.
Jason Nash. Okay.
And
Nice. Jason,
both of them were from Vine days.
Yes, they were. And Jason Nash was quite a bit older than all those other guys. He's older than me, I think. And he was hanging out with this like YouTube squad.
Oh, he's 51 years old.
Yeah. And so now
he's a strange man.
He's not really doing much with those guys on YouTube. And this is a whole world. A lot of you don't watch YouTube, so you don't know what's going on here. David Dobrik was this young guy who made a bunch of fun vlogs, and he became very, very popular. A lot of kids watch this content. He did crazy stunts and stuff, and he had a crew of people around him. They called him the Vlog Squad. And this guy, Jason Nash, who was much older, was part of it. And that whole thing kind of imploded in on itself. But many of them had gotten used to having a bunch of money being close to this YouTube squad. And now Jason Nash didn't really have much to do. So he sits on TikTok live all day long battling other people.
Yes. I just saw one recently. It's strange. But you make a couple bucks doing that,
yes,
right?
You can make some money. Look up TikTok Jason Nash. I bet he's live right now. I would be surprised.
Look it up. It's going to be all the time.
It might be on your timeline.
Oh, man, my
Jason Nash, every time I've talked about this, you look and he's online and he's doing it. And he's fighting against some other creator. They put them split screen, and you have to get your followers to donate to you, and they get their followers to donate to them. And all these idiot kids who are watching spend their money to make some guy have more cash in his bank. And he's not even putting any entertainment into it. It's grifting. It's just...
I'm going to do it right now.
Digital panhandling is what they're doing, and it's nonstop. It's so weird. I don't know why anybody would want that content, but here we go. And on TikTok, they said the information came after a more than 2-year investigation by 14 attorneys general. They said TikTok's algorithm prioritized. Oh, no, this can't be true.
What happened?
This can't be true. TikTok's algorithm prioritizes beautiful people? No. No.
That's not right.
It says, when TikTok's main video feed saw, quote, a high volume of not attractive subjects filling everybody's screens, the app rejiggered its algorithm to amplify users the company viewed as beautiful, according to a report. In fact, TikTok's documents showed it went so far as to tweak its algorithm to reduce visibility of people it deemed not very attractive and took active steps to promote a narrow beauty norm, even though it would negatively impact their young users. Ugly is not allowed on TikTok. Damn, brutal. Okay. All right. It's time to do it. Let's get into
the test. I'm about to go live.
Let's do jury duty. Are you going to a panhandle on TikTok?
Yeah, rent's due in 15 days. Come on.
Best of luck. Godspeed.
Thank you.
Right now, let's get into jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. This father in Arkansas is yet another one of these stories where you go, why are we in the business of locking up the good guys? Is that what we've come to now in this country? We just lock up the good guys? We had this story about these victims driving a car, somebody driving into them into oncoming traffic and crashing and killing a bunch of them. And then the kid who was driving the victim car ends up facing 35 to life. We had his mother on the show. And that story is getting more and more bizarre. We may have a follow-up with her at some point in time, because of some of the things that are going on with the jury, and just the whole thing is an absolute total mess. And there's not a lot of people complaining about it. This one's out of Arkansas, though. It's about Aaron Spencer. Aaron Spencer, the Arkansas father who's accused of shooting Michael Foster dead when he found his missing daughter in Foster's car. He's going to avoid first-degree murder charges in the killing, but still be charged. He's going to get reduced charges. Defense lawyers for an Arkansas father accused of fatally shooting his 14-year-old daughter's suspected stalker will likely get charges against him reduced, according to an expert. Aaron Spencer, 36, reported his daughter missing last Tuesday. Deputies went to the house. On their way, they learned that Spencer had found his daughter in the back of 67-year-old Michael Fossler's car, and that the father had shot the other man dead in the ensuing confrontation.
Oh, God.
Spencer was arrested on a preliminary charge of first-degree murder, a Class Y felony, and booked into jail. He was released the next day after posting bond. Spencer's wife, Heather...
Next day released?
Yeah. No, this is the father. The father was released. They charged the father with first-degree murder because he killed his daughter's stalker. Spencer's wife, Heather, wrote on Facebook that Fossler had a no-contact order with her daughter for stalking and raping the 14-year-old over the summer, and that she and her husband feared Fossler might kill her. Before the confrontation on Tuesday, she said she and her husband were unaware that Foster was again in contact with a minor. We called 911. We had no idea this man was in contact with our child again. He's awaiting 6 to 9 penalties for what he did. He was looking at the rest of his pathetic life in jail, and our daughter was the only witness. And they said, this guy was arrested on charges of stalking a child and sexual assault, yada, yada, yada. The kid's 14. He's 67 years old. Dad finds the guy with his daughter again in the back of the car, and Dad says, enough is enough. I am going to stop this. And he kills the loser. And he gets charged. He gets charged here.
Murder is murder?
I want to know more to the story. I want to know, did the guy try to go after him? What's his defense here? Yada, yada, yada. But overall, I keep seeing these stories where I go, this guy was a monster that we're dealing with here. This is not bad guy versus bad guy. This is good guy versus bad guy. I would absolutely do that. I would 100%. If my child was taken by somebody, a 67-year-old man taking my teenage daughter and stalking them and abusing them sexually and doing all of these things, I would I wouldn't bat an eye before I shot a person who was doing that. I would absolutely kill them.
Now, would you bat an eye knowing you could possibly go away for murder?
I don't know. It's the toughest decision of your life, probably.
Put it on the Mo list. See what he would do.
It's probably the toughest decision of your life because it would be incredibly hard to contain yourself in that moment where you saw a person doing that to somebody that you loved. I feel for him. I think this is somebody who doesn't need to be facing charges, but hey, that's me. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now when we come back.
Guys, I'm
friends.
I'm grifting now.
Okay.
What do I do?
You have to do hot dog yum.
Hot
roses,
dog yum.
Whatever they have going on over there. I have news when we come back that's going to be just brutal.
Oh,
devastating.
Okay.
Just devastating
we have
for
some time to think about it.
It's not bad. It's
brutal means bad often.
It's only brutal for people who drink a certain thing. Okay?
Oh boy. Please not Jameson. Please not Jameson.
It's focused brutality, and I don't want you to be tortured through the commercial.
You know that?
I don't want to torture you like that. It's not Jameson. You're going to be okay. It's not that. It's something different.
Thank God.
What is it? We'll get to that. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Northbound and southbound lanes on the Greenway were briefly closed, but now traffic is moving smoothly between Aloma Avenue and Redbug Lake Road. Authorities are still working on that accident, blocking some lanes on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 408, and there's an earlier accident on the Greenway southbound near the beach line causing a bit of commotion. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2024.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
During Cybersecurity Awareness Month, LifeLock wants to give you helpful tips to protect your identity. Using multi-factor authentication can be a line of defense to help protect your personal information. But LifeLock offers comprehensive protection against identity theft. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes issues that arise, guaranteed or your money back. Protect your identity today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use my name, Clay, as the promo code. Terms apply.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
It's Oktoberfest season in Central Florida, and the Filatowski Eye Institute wants you to see every detail of the celebration. For over 3 decades, they've been helping Central Florida residents experience life's joys with crystal clarity. Imagine seeing all the festivities without worrying about lost contacts or foggy glasses. With their 24-month interest-free financing, LASIK is on tap for you this October. Text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute, and raise a glass to clear vision.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for an iced latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time. Now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yup.
And Nick wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins? They won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Attention active adults looking for a place where every day feels like a vacation? Discover what it's like to get spoiled and stay healthy. Join us Saturday, October 19th from 11 to 3 at Del Webb Sunbridge for your chance to experience the ultimate social lifestyle for 55-plus living. Enjoy food, drinks, DJ, and fun while you explore 7 model homes and our world-class clubhouse with resort amenities. Don't miss out. Visit DelWebb.com/Sunbridge for more information with new homes from the mid-300,000s. DelWebb.com/Sunbridge. See you October 19th.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Show your comments. We'll get to some emails before we wrap things up in the last hour of the show today. What are you eating over there? Oh, that looks good. What is that? What are you eating? You're eating something that looks good. What was that?
I guess you have to find out by going to my TikTok live.
Is that your strategy on your TikTok live?
Mukbang everybody.
All right. I can only tell you this from experience. I've seen all sorts of tactics. Okay. One is being mean. I don't know why, but some people do that. They'll be like, you losers, you can't even get me up to 55 roses.
All right.
I've seen a guy do that.
I'll try it right now. You guys can't even get me to 55 roses.
Get him.
Go outside and touch some grass if you even live by it.
You could curse. You just have to shut the microphone off when you do that part.
I think cursing is bad on TikTok.
Oh, you're not allowed to curse? Oh, on a live?
But Alex, who's watching, is going to Google something for me.
All right.
And it sounds complicated. I guess battling is a big thing. I don't know.
Battling is a big thing. That's what you do because that puts you up against somebody. Your people got to donate to you. Their people donate to them. Whoever gets the most donations wins. It's straight up.
Someone said that Jason dude just begs for money.
He does. It's pathetic.
That's
it's
so
sad.
weird.
It's sad.
I don't want to do that.
Let me see. I'll try to see if he's on right now because that was one of the key people. Jason Nash, TikTok. He is live all the time. He has 2.3 million followers, and there's usually not that many people watching him.
Does he put out any content?
No, not really. Most of it is just thanking people who are donating. So he's actually not live at the moment. He's on the West Coast. But the ones that I've seen, he's going, thanks to Dave for the Galaxy. Thanks to Frank for the hot dog.
All right. Thanks, Evan, for joining.
Has anybody donated anything on your TikTok?
No one sent
live?
anything at all.
How will you know on your end?
I have no idea.
Some notification or something happens maybe?
There was one time I did it, and it was probably like 3 years ago after a hurricane because my power had been out for so long that I had to empty my freezer and fridge of the disgustingness. And I went live for that. Someone had requested me, and it was a father and son in a third world country, like a shack of some sort.
Okay. So you
I
feel
didn't
kind of weird about
understand
it?
what was going on. And he's like, send hearts, yes. And I'm like, I don't know how to send you hearts. But he was talking to the people watching live.
Oh, so you were battling with him and you kind of didn't know what was going on.
I felt like I didn't know I was battling, but I would not have battled. I would have said, it looks like you need it more than I do. I'm just emptying the fridge.
You got these guys in a third world country and you're throwing all that food away in front of them.
Guys, things are spiking. Things spiked out of nowhere. I just got a gift.
All right. What happened? What did it say?
It didn't say anything. Thank you, man, kicking.
That's what you're supposed to do. You have to acknowledge the person.
Penguin. What is this? I feel stupid right now.
Wait, when the person gives you a gift, you have to acknowledge the person and say, thanks to them for giving me
Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the piece of bread. Is that a bread? It's gone. Thanks for the lightning. Oh, we're getting roses.
See? That's half of his
content. People do this for hours a day?
Yes.
I'm feeling hot.
Hours and hours.
Thank you for the lightning. All right.
The thing I don't understand.
Get ready, iHeart. We're going to have some competition when my contract comes up.
You're going to be doing 2 jobs at once.
Thanks for the bread. Yummy.
I'll be setting up a story and she's just shouting out random words over there, popping up on the screen.
Good times.
I don't get why the audience wants to be there. That's what the thing that confuses
They're bored.
me.
Oh, well, I'll ask them. Why do you guys watch this? Because I imagine at this point there's people that have no idea who I am. You just hopped up on this.
Imagine this happening in the real world. Imagine
why
people
are you watching this right now?
Imagine people gathering around a real homeless person and they
throwing
give them
loaves of
$5.
bread and roses at them.
It's the opposite of the real world.
Thanks for the bread. Thanks for the roses.
Oh God, I'm getting Trump or Kamala questions right now.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks for the bread.
It's roses, very strange. And if this was happening in real life, we'll all go, what's going on here? Why are people giving these people money?
Someone's response says it's like porn. I mean, corn. Oh, no, great.
Banned.
Am I about to get kicked off because it's
gonna get unalived.
the P word?
You might get banned already. You're just at the beginning of your live career. Now you have to go up to the big boss, Jason Nash, when he's live.
Big boss.
You have to really get some attention. And you know what you need?
What?
You need your own niche. Everybody has like a niche that they do.
What's my niche?
Okay, remember when we talked about that young kid?
So I can't do that.
Remember the young kid who was on Twitch and every time he got a donation or something, he had the sparks go off in his room and the big
I can't.
explosion went
I
off?
don't have that.
You need something that can indicate when people have given you something. What's the cookie going to do? You're just holding a cookie.
I'll take a bite of the cookie.
Yeah, if you donate, I'll take a bite of the cookie.
Yeah,
and then
it's a big cookie.
Problem is, you're cookie girl after that, and now you just gotta buy boxes and boxes of cookies.
How about a girl on radio that takes smoke breaks every once in a while? We can't say
smoke break girl.
Thanks for the bread.
All right, it's coming in hot and heavy over there. We'll see what happens. We're gonna
can't make this a career. It's nearly. I'm exhausted already.
You got a problem. Here's
have
the problem.
a problem. How dare you?
Let me explain this to you. The problem that you have is you still have some level of shame. You have to get rid of all of your shame.
I mean, that's a conversation with my parents before.
One of those layers of shame is that you feel like you have to entertain the audience.
Oh,
they don't
need to be entertained. I just sit here. I ignore them.
Yeah. In fact, it's almost like a dominatrix move.
I don't need you guys. I'll do that. I don't need them.
You guys
What are you looking at? You're still watching? By the way, Austin just texted me. I got cold sparks you can borrow.
See, that's it. If you had cold sparks, that would be really something. It would draw people in, I think. All right, we're going to get to this real quick.
How do the kids do it, Sean?
Let's get to a couple of dispatches here. I liked this one from Grim Effects. We were talking about a full body cast, like molding of the people that were in Terrifier 3, and I guess this person has some experience. Let's see.
Hey guys, Grim Effects here. I just wanted to let you know I was watching the show and I saw you were talking about full body cast. I actually had the opportunity to do a full body cast on a female in a horror movie.
Okay.
And it's pretty straightforward, but it can be uncomfortable for both parties. You basically coat the whole body in a soft plaster. It's basically called alginate.
All right.
Same stuff they make casts of your teeth with. And then to Sabrina's point, you cover the whole plaster that you just put up with plaster strips.
And let all of that harden, he says, and then you make the molds from this. And he says, yes, the actress kept the mold in that case. Have a great day with Wiggle Pop Pop. Yeah,
was
that
he
just
inside
seems,
a blender for that?
It was a lot of loud noises going on.
He's on
in
the set of
background.
Terrifier 4.
He's ready to go, yeah.
Also, by the way, when I was saying thank you for the bread, that was a corn emoji. And
it wasn't even
that's
bread?
why everyone was commenting, it's corn. And I go,
I see.
Just,
Hold on, let's figure out the economics of this. How much corn TikTok worth?
And then a
All right?
rose. I've also, it was a bit of a roller coaster. I had peaked at about 110. I am now plummeting down to less and less viewers.
Oh, no. The strategy's not working.
I mean, the corn.
Corn flour is 8 cents. That's 8 cents when somebody gives you one of those.
Did I just
What's
make
the big
a
dog?
dollar?
Nice.
I don't know. I'm bringing up the list here, but yeah, it's a whole world you can wander into. Alien peace sign is a penny. Forget all this. I want to know the biggest
I just
one.
got like a emoji that took over the screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a heart with an arrow in it. Thank you for the heart and the arrow.
Well, TikTok stars is the big one. If you get one of those, it's $599.99.
Someone send me a TikTok star if you care.
TikTok stars or TikTok universe is $524.99.
And someone just spends that and sends it to somebody else?
Yes,
That's
for a
very
rando person online. I do not understand why, but this is what happens. And it's keeping people
And look, I didn't even need a
rich.
towel with a nip slip.
No, not this time. All right. Coca-Cola is saying they're sorry. They're apologizing. They say they made a little bit of a mistake. They're doing a bit of a recall, as it were. And they said their Minute Maid Zero Sugar Lemonade is at issue. These Minute Maid Zero Sugar Lemonade cans have all of the sugar in them.
No.
And that is not good for folks who are trying to avoid it. The FDA coming out with this today and saying that they're 12-ounce cans of Minute Maid Zero Sugar Lemonade with the following codes. You don't need to know the codes. Google it if you drink this stuff. And this is the mistake
dying.
you don't want to make. Yeah, as you're having some sort of heart palpitations.
You're going into
Thanks for the
diabetic
heart
shock.
palp. Thanks for the heart palp.
Let's talk about this with Funny Book Boy. Hello.
I really find it interesting when the topic of social media and minors come up that, you know, a lot of times when it's these kids doing suggestive stuff, it's always the app or the social media platform getting blamed. But I really think that, you know, maybe we should think about when we were young. I mean, we had a lot of hormones growing up, and there's a bunch of stuff going on. Obviously, we were doing things we probably shouldn't have, but maybe someone should have been talking to us. I mean, yeah, obviously the app shouldn't allow that stuff, clearly. But I think,
it's a parenting
you know, the
problem.
conversation doesn't get brought up enough that sometimes these kids go out looking for this stuff. It's not just predators and stuff like that out there.
No, 100%. A lot of the audience is young people, too. It's just they know that despite all the things that may have changed in the world, sex still sells, and it always will. That's just the way the story goes. But the platform is responsible. I think platforms have some level of responsibility for kids.
Yeah.
Adults, you have your laws. With adults, you have your laws, and you should enforce those. And if people are lying online or are, tossing out fake news and stuff, there should be ways to lower the amount of circulation or visibility that those posts get. But when it comes to kids on their platform, if kids are stripping on their platform, they've got to stop that. They have to do this. And I understand your point that this is about parenting and parents need to talk to their kids, but that's a huge problem. That's something that we can't really fix. We can have TikTok make sure that kids aren't allowed to stream on the platform. That could be something fixable. The parenting thing, good luck. It's rotten to the core. We have so many god-awful, terrible parents that just keep popping out kids that they don't care about taking care of, and they unleash them onto the population. All the folks have to deal with this.
But think about it. As it continues on, as TikTokers or like the younger kids now become parents and have babies, like you're just going to have generations of TikTokers. Like think about your grandmother.
She was a TikToker.
One of the first to TikTok and receive corn/bread.
Yeah, my grandma would never get any of this.
You say my girl?
No, my grandma would never get any of this.
No, they barely had color television.
No, my grandma wasn't alive when the internet even got big. The internet was around when my grandma died. I still hear people now. I saw some guy who's not far out of my age talking on social media the other day, and he
65?
goes, "No, I'm not 65." He said, "My great grandma just died," and I go, "Your great grandma?
How the hell, dude?
What's going on? You got great grandma still?"
Did great grandma have you or your mom when she was, or their mom's?
It must have been
15.
It had to have been, because my great grandma died when I was 4 or something. I didn't fresh
have
out
a great grandma. I just
had one.
Your standard grandparents. Everyone else was dead.
Oh, by the time you were born.
Can I not say dead? Thanks for the bread. Thanks for the bread.
Unalive.
It's not bread. Don't forget, it's corn. It's corn, not bread.
I know, but I said bread instead of dead. Murder.
And you got to move up because those are only 3 cents a piece. That's not really going to.
Am I supposed to be pressing buttons?
You got to demand the galaxies.
Yeah, you got to demand the galaxies. Josh
I want
is right
the galaxies now.
Screaming at your phone is one strategy.
Good
we'll
Thanos
see if it pays off.
I'm not cut out for this, man.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to a bunch of different concerning things and a funny moment on Family Feud that we must go over together. What happened? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for an accident off to the shoulder now on the Greenway southbound near the beach line there. There's slowdowns through the city on I-4 westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Keep in mind, tolls have been suspended and emergency services are going to be on the roadways trying to fix up those traffic lights and to get rid of that standing water. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by MD Now. Coming down with something and don't know what it is? Know now at MD Now. Their physician-led team can test for, diagnose, and treat a variety of illnesses. Just walk in or use their convenient web check-in. Visit mdnow.com and get back to better.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's deatakeback.com.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair.
but hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, Saturday, October 26th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
October in Central Florida means perfect weather and outdoor adventures. The Filatowski Eye Institute has been enhancing our community's vision for over 30 years. Imagine experiencing our beautiful beaches, lush parks, and exciting theme parks with crystal clear vision. Whether you're watching sunsets at the coast or spotting wildlife in the Everglades, LASIK can make every detail pop. Schedule your free consultation with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686. This season, fall in love with your vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Wawa makes the right handcrafted beverages for the right time. And now, handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. Jump out of bed for a nice latte. Take a lunch break for a smoothie. Or celebrate with a late-night milkshake. Wawa makes the right beverages for the right time. Now at an even better price. Get smoothies, lattes, or any handcrafted 16-ounce or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Honey, I'm going to Wawa for dinner.
Okay, but Ben wants pizza.
Yep.
And Nick wants a burger and fries.
Right.
Oh, and the twins, they won't touch anything except for mac and cheese.
Exactly. Wawa has something for everyone for dinner, so I only have to make one stop to make everyone happy. So, what do you want?
Well, if you're going to Wawa, I have to have a hoagie.
From burgers to hoagies and everything in between, Wawa has dinner for everyone.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 26th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love, literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio, it's true, my bad habits lead to you, acoustic rock, and the greatest singer-songwriters of the 90s to now. All night, come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. And Coffee Shop Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. That was when I ruled the world. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Coffee Shop Radio, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Hands-free never sounded so good.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
Short amount of time. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Ryan emails. He says, hey, Sean, I use the app for the Secret Shows podcast. Obviously, I know you're trying to get away from the app, so I wondered what's the best way to listen via car. I can't find it on Spotify. Website on the phone? Might be a silly question, but tech is not my forte, to say the least. Appreciate it. Yes, thenewsjunkie.com. That's the best place to listen to, subscribe to, and do all that for Secret Shows. You can still listen through the app. It still works. It still functions, but everything is headed over on the website. And that's where all the additional improvements will be, all that good stuff. So if you want to do it, I would suggest you go to thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, grab bag segment. Let's see what we got here. This was highly circulated late yesterday into today.
Herpes.
Online. It's, it's from an Arizona rally that Trump was at. And when you think about people in Florida, pop quiz hot shot, what do we call them? People in Florida are called
Floridians.
Yes,
Florida
all
man.
right.
Yeah.
People in New York, what do we call them?
New Yorkians.
New Yorkers. New Yorkers is correct. People in Texas are called
Texans.
That's right. What about people in Arizona?
Arizonians.
Arizonans. That's correct. Let's see what happens here.
Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. Oh, beautiful.
Tanya.
You look great. Thank you, darling. Also, we have many Azerasians in our room.
Do we? Should we get them out of here? Or
Go back. Many what?
It sounded like Azerasians or something.
Also, we have many Azerasians in our room. We have some incredible people in our room.
They don't
we
know
have
what
so
you're
many
saying.
that we just can't.
No, because they're all like Azerasians. I thought we blocked people from that country from coming to America.
The borders once again.
Yeah, where's that? Azerasians. I don't know where I'm at, but so he meant to say Arizonans, I think, and tripped up on that one a little bit. We also have this moment from Family Feud that's going viral today. Let's peek into that world real quick.
Chances on the board.
God. I mean, do you remember that Fritz on the Street?
She had that sucker wound up in her brain, and she goes, I'm not going to hit the brakes. I'm just going to go.
Don't say black. Don't say black. Don't say black.
Black.
Chances on the board.
And so she said it, and then she turned around to look at her family like, did I?
And they're all like, no, you didn't. Bad. The survey did not say.
Oh, well, we got to find out. What did the survey say?
And they're sitting over there going, both of us is black.
Oh, it's up there. It was actually on there. Son of a bitch. All right. And then I had this, which I wanted to share with everybody. There's a story, and this is supposedly true. Okay. You want to see how crazy AI is? 3 months ago, there's a very, very wealthy investor. His name is Mark Andreessen. I think that's how you say his name. And this is the big venture capitalist guy. He's like pally pals with all the super rich Peter Thiel, Elon Musk types. He's a super rich guy, right? And 3 months ago, he sent $50,000 in Bitcoin to an AI.
So that's 3.5 Bitcoin. If I'm doing math.
He sent that much Bitcoin. No, that's probably like 1 Bitcoin, isn't it? 50,000? What's Bitcoin at? 30, 40 at least or something? I don't know what the latest is, but they send that much, $50,000 worth of Bitcoin to this AI. What's
Bitcoin's
it at now?
at 67,000.
Oh, so it's not even 1 Bitcoin.
Wow.
So he sends over to this AI $50,000 worth of Bitcoin. And the AI worked with another AI and started talking back and forth. And they created what they called a meme. They wanted to create their own cryptocurrency. This is the AIs that he fed money into. And they came up with...
They're giving them too much power.
We're going to call this the Goatsy of Gnosis. That's what they called their cryptocurrency. And this is one of the things that's Claude. Claude is the name of the AI that they were using here. So that these two instances of Claude could talk to each other back and forth. They create this cryptocurrency. Then they co-authored a paper exploring how AIs could create religions and superviruses and all of this stuff. And then they started training on data. Then they got obsessed with making this thing viral. Then they kept tweeting about Goatsy Gospel, which was their crypto meme coin, GOAT.
Huh.
It went viral. It reached a market cap of $150 million.
Jesus.
And now the
Is there
AI...
no trademark? Like, is that not... That's the band's name, is it? Isn't it?
What? Goat? Is there a band named Goat?
Goatsy?
Goatia.
Well, Goatsy's...
Oh, Goatsy.
Those are very different things.
Okay, then what's Goatsy? Wasn't that the... Oh, that was the thing. Okay. Yep, never mind.
Would you like me to show you? I can turn around.
Ew, Sean. That was a weird thing to say.
I just said it. What is Goatsy? It's hard to explain. It's an old internet meme.
No, I know exactly what it is now.
Well, for a while you didn't, but
because I was calling the band by the meme name for every year up until now.
No, Gautier is somebody that I used to know. Good song, good
band
jam.
that I used to know.
Goatsy is the thing that you don't want to do.
The butt that I used to know.
Yeah, yes, that makes sense there. So they said these things are getting rich. These AIs, they're taking off and raising $150 million worth of market cap for a meme coin. It's all kind of out of control. I don't know what's going to happen next in our world with AI, but it's going to be pretty damn catastrophic, I would think. There is a lot of money flooding into the political campaigns right now. That includes Kamala Harris, and that includes the Trump-Vance campaign. And just days before the 2024 election, there's going to be a campaign fundraiser with Donald Trump and his running mate, J.D. Vance. And at it, they're selling an opportunity called the Ultra MAGA Experience. And it's $924,600.
What?
I'm
a little irritated.
How did they land on that number?
$924,600
Oh,
is the
because
exact
I think
amount.
probably after that you would have to file it or it'd be illegal,
It could be.
something with a campaign.
It could be a maxed out donation or whatever it is. $924,000 plus for the Ultra MAGA Experience. But they don't tell us what the Ultra MAGA Experience includes.
It's like Firefest.
Yes, I need to know more. $924,000 is a lot of money to part with. One would want to know what you're going to get. And this will be within the final 10 days of the campaign. You can get, if you want, the President's Club Experience, which is only $5,000.
Oh, much cheaper.
Poros. Go out there and get that one, $5,000. All of this way more expensive than some bread and some roses on TikTok. Just cents.
Thank you for the corn. Thank you for the bread. Thank you for the rose.
Grinding over there. Okay, we got to take one last break.
I don't know how to turn it off. That's the problem.
You can't.
And I've
just
had this weird eye filter on me the whole time.
Doesn't it just say stop, like a stop stream?
There's so many different buttons on here. That's the thing. Like, I've not really, they've changed how live works. Yeah, big time.
Mm-hmm.
And downstairs, someone asked me a question in Spanish. And so I got a lot of roses for being bilingual.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Said, no está aquí, gracias, biblioteca.
That's one way to do it.
Gracias por las rosas.
When we come back, final dispatches.
Corno.
Stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
All week on the Jim Colbert Show, it's your chance to join us on the Bucks Bus as we go to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Atlanta Falcons Sunday, October 27th.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm
Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast on this Tuesday. And for today, we're going to be expecting a blend of sunshine and clouds. Afternoon high temperatures will be climbing to right around the mid-80s, pretty close to normal, with a high of 87 degrees today in Orlando. Now, as we head into our Wednesday, a cold front arrives, helping to bring down temperatures, a high of only 75 degrees, with about a 20 to 30% chance of a few showers. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Safe Touch Security.
Save up to 50% on select security systems with Safe Touch Security. With upgrades like remote door locks, video doorbell, thermostat control, and camera, all controlled by your MySafeTouch app. Visit safetouch.com. State license number EF200002049.
Guys, attention. I want to help you out with something here. Could you benefit from a little extra help in the bedroom? Everybody could. And all you have to know is one website to get that help, BlueChew.com. This is really awesome. It's a unique online service. You're going to get the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis in a chewable form, and it's a fraction of the cost. This is really, really a breakthrough. The tablets that you get are a performance enhancement from Blue Chew for the bedroom, and they can help men gain extra confidence when it's time to perform. It's all done online, so it's super easy. You can do it right now if you have a quick break. And the best part about it is you could get this out to try it out to see how it helps you in the bedroom by using the promo code TNJ at BlueChew.com. When you use that promo code, you put in TNJ over at BlueChew.com, all you got to pay for is $5 shipping. Your first month is free. You just got to pay the shipping. It's BlueChew.com. Use that promo code TNJ. You'll get your first month free at BlueChew.com.
Have you ever heard of the 5 Ps? That's right, the 5 Ps. The 5 Ps can be applied to almost every area of your life, but it's especially true for you and your money. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and many years ago, when I was a young man in the Marine Corps, I learned about the 5 Ps. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Now, you can't control what's happening with the stock market, but you can control how you plan for it. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have been helping our clients with the 5 Ps for years. We have hearts of teachers and will never complicate by using financial jargon. Our fee structure is transparent. The more you make, the more we make. The majority of our clients come from other financial advisors. Isn't it time for a second opinion to allow Trajan Wealth to help you with the 5 Ps too? Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Attention active adults. Looking for a place where every day feels like a vacation? Discover what it's like to get spoiled and stay healthy. Join us Saturday, October 19th from 11 to 3 at Del Webb Sunbridge for your chance to experience the ultimate social lifestyle for 55-plus living. Enjoy food, drinks, DJ, and fun while you explore 7 model homes and our world-class clubhouse with resort amenities. Don't miss out. Visit DelWebb.com/Sunbridge for more information with new homes from the mid-300,000s. DelWebb.com/Sunbridge. See you October 19th.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. When looking for an attorney, I would choose experience. Do they care? Will they pick up your phones? I'd avoid the guy who sounds like this when he picks up.
I'd do anything for you. I got plastic wrap, I got a shovel in my trunk, and I got a boat at the marina. Thanks to this mofo.
If you want to hire a law firm who's willing to work this hard just to do a commercial, contact us at whenyouneedus.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you.
Yeah, they were all yellow.
Just search Coffee Shop Radio and listen now on your free iHeart app. Free? Never sounded so good.
Wawa handcrafted beverages are just $3 or $4. From iced lattes to smoothies to a late-night milkshake. Get any handcrafted 16 or 24-ounce beverage for just $3 or $4. Gotta have a Wawa.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. And big, gigantic props are due here, I think. Thank you to Josh for hanging out with us.
Thank me, yes.
We appreciate you. You did a great job.
Thank
you.
you.
As always.
It was a fun time, and especially the extra day that you weren't aware of until last minute.
I've had a blast.
This man is flexible. He is
so much corn.
Banner employee for iHeartRadio.
Thank you.
He is the best of the best, and we love you, Josh. So thank you for your assistance.
God bless.
C-Lane will be returning tomorrow from his California wine adventure. I'm probably still dealing with the after effects. Wine gives you a real mean hangover, at least for me.
Yes, it does. Now imagine an entire country of it.
Oh, God. Red wine, that red wine hangover is something fierce, man.
I projectile vomited red wine. Ever had that?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Oh, no, I don't think I've done that.
Not
but
fun.
It sounds like it's not a good time.
Sean, this is going to be to our benefit, possibly.
Why is that?
I don't think he's read the news.
Oh, he doesn't know what the hell's going on. He
It's
doesn't
on the
know.
street.
No, he's been in a convertible in wine country, cruising around with a driver, trying out all sorts of wines. This man has not been paying attention to what's happening in the news. It ain't happening. But I'm interested to see how Fritz on the Street goes tomorrow. Maybe he takes a moment today and tries to catch up to what's happening in the world.
Don't you dare.
I hope
Can't believe Robin Williams died.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I know. Shocking everybody right now. Let's see what we got here on the way out. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Share the Show Tuesday. A big push as of the last 24 hours or so from Kamala Harris's campaign. They're saying Kamala Harris will legalize recreational marijuana. The push from her campaign is that nobody should go to jail for smoking weed. And if you go back to like even 2005, let's say 2004, 20 years ago, that was not a mainstream position. Yeah. I remember my friends' parents, and I've mentioned them before on the show, they owned this company. They used to get in trouble all the time because the company made stuff out of what's the word I'm looking for?
Weed.
When they use weed to
extract.
No.
Oil.
When they use weed to make clothes, you make it out of hemp. So they worked on clothes that were made out of hemp. That was the whole thing that their company did. And when they had to fly in and out of places, they always got trouble for carrying this stuff around. And they were part of some organization. It might have been Normal. It might have been another organization that was fighting for marijuana legalization back then. And they were fringe. It was fringe at the time. Nobody was agreeing on this. Now, it seems like both candidates are on board for the marijuana stuff. And Kamala Harris is saying she wants to legalize this. Now,
great for the economy.
She can't really do that. The president can't legalize recreational marijuana. The president would have to fight to have, who would it be? Would it be the USDA or it would be?
You're talking about it'd be the FDA?
DEA?
The DEA, no, whoever classifies it and categorizes the drugs.
I think that's DEA.
They would have to change the classification of marijuana to make it so it wouldn't be illegal on a federal level. And I think that's a little harder of a process. So, yeah.
Let's put it in the same bracket that alcohol is.
Well, this is one of those things that we're at the point in the campaign where people just say stuff. Trump goes, you're paying taxes on this? Nope, you're not paying taxes on that anymore.
Not on my watch.
And then if they win, they go into the White House and they see if they can actually do it. but it's harder than just signing something. I don't think you can legalize weed on a federal level.
Oh, it's the
via
checks and
executive
balances
action.
come into play, but
it
will be definitely helpful if the president of the United States pushes for it.
Well, we'll see how that goes. That's definitely a last-minute push here. Trump was talking in Chicago. I know another clip of him talking about
and
cars.
What they can do, the Mercedes-Benz will start building in the United States. And they have a little bit, but you know what they really are? Assembly, like in South Carolina. But they build everything in Germany, and then they assemble it here. They get away with murder because they say, oh, yes, we're building cars. They don't build cars. They take them out of a box and they assemble them. We can have our child do it.
You can have a child do it.
So is he promising child labor?
I hope
Get those little kids, they take the box, and then they assemble the Mercedes, and then they ship it off into the world.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Good to go. What else did I have? Oh, keeping our eyes on the tropics. Everybody's doing the whole Nadine thing. It's still a tiny little storm out there that hasn't turned into anything yet. They believe there's a 60% chance it could turn into a tropical storm. If it turns into a hurricane, it's well east of Puerto Rico right now. Models still have this storm going every which way. Not currently any sort of threat to the state of Florida, but there we go. You got on your radar at least, and you don't have to do the fear-mongering stuff. One thing that's important is the weather this week is magnifique.
Beautiful.
You got punished with a hurricane, and then they delivered on some nice weather afterwards. But I do hate to say,
it's not going to last very long.
I'm pissed off that we're entering that part of the year where it gets dark so much earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up one of these weekends soon.
Well, it's already doing it naturally, and we're going to fall back. So it's going to start getting dark at like 6 o'clock
November
again.
3rd.
It's depressing.
Daylight savings time ends.
I'm not a fan. If you just kept it how it is right now and it got dark at 7,
now we're
I'm
talking.
on board. I could do that. I could deal with that. But I don't like when it gets dark at 6 o'clock. It seems way too early. And I'm not like an early morning riser, so I don't get a longer day that way. No.
I slept in today to 6:15 a.m.
Oh my God!
You still struggling to sleep? What's going on over
Awful.
there?
I have a couple more days till my appointment, and then I'm hoping I'll start getting better sleep.
What are you taking now? If you're not,
I don't remember the name. It's very long.
Is it?
But it's good for like initial fall asleep quickly.
Yeah.
But I still keep waking up at 3 a.m. and then 4 a.m. and then finally I give up and wake up at 5 a.m.
Is it like a prescription thing or
Yes.
like? Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe I can snack some of your gummies, bro.
You certainly can try some if you want. They work for me. It works well for me. Sometimes I take a little bit too big of a gummy and then
Trip it out, Court.
I'm sitting in bed and I go, oh, I think I'm feeling something here. I don't know what's going on. And that'll send your dream spiraling a little bit too. But
Lady Dog has human legs.
it worked. A friend of ours told me about it, and I started trying that on days when we weren't drinking. Because let me tell you, friend, if you're not drinking, if you drink and they take a day and you don't drink, it is impossible to sleep. I don't know that I would sleep if I didn't take something. I think I would just stay up for days at a time, like a vampire. I'm not going to say that again.
One shot.
All right, let's go over to the final dispatches. That's right, friends. I said the final.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Oh, we'll see. Depends on what we have on our disposal here in front of us on a Share the Show Tuesday. Let's go to Faux Shizya.
You can share it on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, heck, even Fridays you can share it.
Do it.
I mean, you just yell the news junkie into the mailbox. Hey, mailbox, listen to my news junkie.
That'd
and then the
crazy
mail
looking.
woman, person, human being pulls up, is like, echoes back out the mailbox. It's like, whoa, I hear the news junkie trapped up in this mailbox. Let me deliver that news.
I think I had some of Sean's gummies.
This man is high as hell right now. All right. I don't know if any of that works, but we'll take it.
Hey,
okay?
mailbox.
All right, DJ Roxy Fox.
I know you guys are trying to get away from using the app. The app actually worked better for dispatches. For some reason, when I use the website, it cuts out a bunch, and I'm not sure why.
It's certain phones, certain browsers, certain connections. I'm always having them fix stuff. But the app is RIP because the app stores just have so many rules. And it becomes a huge, huge undertaking to keep everything updated. For instance, if I wanted to update the app to reflect all the changes that have happened on the newsjunkie.com, I think lowball, it's $50,000 to get that done. So why would I do that when
AI can do it.
Apple, you couldn't, unfortunately. It will someday be able to. I would be pretty sure that you could do that at some point in time. But there's too many things going on the newsjunkie.com, too many APIs at use. It just can't be done. And for somebody to do it, you got to pay, like I said, $50,000. And then Apple has 8 million rules. They change their terms of service all the time. You might not know this experience because maybe you've never built an app or submitted one. They have a process for approval every single time you do an update, and it's rigorous and obnoxious and
the worst.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. So the easiest way and the best way is to use the website. And on some phones, there's some clicking, this and that, but we'll keep going until that's all worked out and perfect. And video dispatches are your solution. So DJ Roxy Fox, send us a video dispatch next time, and we'll see how that sounds. Let's start leaning into that a bit more, those video dispatches, because I really like that. All right, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut, brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
That's right, Florida's trusted source for local and long distance moving services. From packing to delivery, you got fully licensed and insured to provide a seamless moving experience door to door. Your next move, choose Cento Moving. They take the stress out of the move, and it's the best. Go to centomoving.com, CENTO moving.com.
There you go. On the way out, media trust hits another historic low, according to the folks at Gallup. They said the percentage of Americans who say they have a great deal or fair amount of trust in the mass media has fallen to a record low. Only 31%.
Who are we supposed to trust?
We can't trust anybody.
Cento Moving.
The same time, they say the percentage of Americans who say they have not very much trust in the media has gone from 27% in 2020 to 33%. People don't really trust a lot in the institutions nowadays. NBC has an article about bringing your parents to a job interview, so I guess that's still going on. A record pumpkin weighing 2,471 pounds won a California contest for people who grow big stuff. And Casio has announced an AI-powered emotional support pet for kids. It's called Fur Real, F-U-R Real. Fur Real Friends. They're kind of like Tamagotchis, but they're these little pet robots that are soft and squishy. It's like a squishy
and can
ball.
Talk back to you and take your kids' data? No thanks.
They wriggle around, they make noises, and they shift their mood depending on the situation they're in.
Birds aren't real.
They cost $400 for one of these AI-powered emotional support robots. And it's $44 a year for an annual repair service called Mifflin, if you're interested. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. Tomorrow, more info on the Halloween live broadcast. That will be coming up on the show. For now, Today I Learned, this show is going to be a hard one.
Sounds like from a long time ago.
Red Fox is in it.
Fox and the Hound.
That's right, Sanford and Son is correct. During World War II, U.S. comedian Red Fox dodged the draft. He didn't know how to do it, and he started asking a bunch of friends, and they said, here's one strategy. He ate half a bar of soap before his Army physical, and it gave him heart palpitations. And the military said, we don't need you around here. Get on
Does
out.
that still work?
I don't know. I'm not going to try it, though.
Neither am I.
Today, I learned Michael Kearney, he spoke his first word at 4 months old. He completed his bachelor's degree in anthropology in 2 years to become the youngest ever university graduate at the age of 10. He then got various master's degrees after that. All of this leading to a stunning school series for Michael Kearney being the youngest. He did not, still has yet to touch one. And finally, today I learned this guy.
Eddie Murphy.
Steve
Lee Wonder.
Winwood. What? Steve Winwood. Bud, Steve Winwood. Great guy, all around cool dude.
Oh, you know him.
I pulled Today I Learned for Steve Miller instead. We don't need that, but I'm just going to give you a higher love on the way out.
All right. Great Today I Learned.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
And approaching the Greenway there, you could expect your